The Blades Ramble are proudly supported by our main channel sponsor, My Business Group, a group of brands designed to support owners, leaders and managers in business. We would not be where we are without the incredible support of John and the team. If you're looking to grow your business, contact mybusinessgroup.co.uk today for more information or follow the link in the description below. And today's Ramble is sponsored by CLOCKWORK TRANSPORT, a dedicated same-day and next-day transport company, offering anything from a small van to an Arctic for time-critical and pre-planned deliveries. Updates from the point of collection to a proof of delivery upon completion. Live tracking throughout the job is also an option for you, so you can see where your goods are at any time you'd like. And if you quote the Ramble for your first booking, you'll get a £50 Amazon voucher. Reach out to Jack or check out the website link in the description below.
Blades fans, subscribe to Blades Ramble. Up the Blades.
What is happening, Blades? And welcome back to the Blades Ramble. I am, of course, Jimmy, and this is your deadline day special. I'm actually Jimmy White today. Yes, it is that traditional time where we all get our ties out and get excited for deadline day. Look, it looked for a moment like Sheffield United might have a quiet day, but we may have some news to spill. So we've already signed Leo Hjelde. That was announced earlier today as cover for Sam McCallum, essentially, the left back that can also play left centre half, usually in a 3. Chris Wilder spoke about it in his press conference today, which I listened to Batman Lou's report for Hot Off the Presser. Thank you very much to Batman Lou for picking that up while I was otherwise engaged. And I was otherwise engaged with Bald and Brilliant Lee, because we were at Sheffield United, having been invited down to the Community Foundation today to have a look at some of the brilliant work that they are doing. How are you? Out of 10 is the message to take out of that, and there will be content coming on that to follow. So what are we doing tonight? What are we doing? We have got your deadline day covered. You know, it is a thing that I love to sort of focus on. I love transfers in general, and it's been a very slow window for Sheffield United, if we're honest. Bringing in Kiana Hoover, and that's been it pretty much. I think we have been in a fairly steady position. I think that we would all acknowledge that. We've had a couple of blips throughout the month where we've been light in certain places, and we've certainly wanted to do some business. I can confirm that I have been informed, not this is definitely happening, but from what I understand, the Calvin Phillips, whose name came out of nowhere 3 hours ago, Calvin Phillips to Sheffield United, subject to paperwork being issued and sorted on time, is done. So everything is agreed with player, club. We just need to make sure the paperwork is in. And on that note, it's a rush to get things done. Don't get me wrong. We've had the old Sheffield United fax machine debacle of days gone by. But it's 6 o'clock now, just after 6 o'clock. I believe you've got till 9 o'clock to get your deal sheets in. So the window closes at 7, but if you have agreed a deal prior to 7 o'clock, you've got till 9 o'clock to complete it. So that is the situation we are in. Look, I am not on my own tonight. As you can see, we have an array. It's a rogues gallery, if you like, of faces. And I'm going to introduce you to them all individually now. So we are not just covering Sheffield United. We did this as a bit of a failsafe, to be honest, not only to include some of our Platinum Ramblers and some of the more well-known faces on the channel, but also because we thought it might going to be a slow day for Sheffield United. So we are covering more than one club, which is covering the entire championship, to be honest. We had a draft last night on Behind the Ramble. If you're not already following us on Behind the Ramble, please do go and support us over there. It would be much appreciated. But let's get you interested. I'm going to do it in order that they are on screen for you guys. So first up, he is another finely dressed individual covering Preston, Stoke and Blackburn this evening. It's Mark Meldrew. How's it going, pal? It's a good start. It's a really good start. It's a strong start. Mark Meldrew there. Next up, covering Get your internet sorted, boy. Covering Bristol City, Hull, and Southampton. You've just seen him on the channel. And we did say that I was going to be the only one to wear a yellow tie, but here he is. It's Batman Lou. How's it going, pal?
Awesome. How are you, mate? I've been running around like an headless chicken. I'm like a reporter on deadline day.
Mate, that's what we're here for, isn't it? Listen, any news immediately that you can report on today coming out of Bristol City, Hull, or Southampton?
Say again, mate. Sorry, I'm having internet problems as well. This is a good start. Isn't it?
It's a great start. So any transfer updates on Bristol City, Hull, or Southampton from today?
Okay, there are. I'm very much catching up because of everything else that's been going on today. But in terms of what's happening today, Bristol City were looking to complete a deal for a centre-half, Noel Ellie from New York Red Bulls, which is a deal that's been in
selling Viner to Wrexham, which you broke on Ramble FC. It's going to be one of them, innit? It's going to be one of them. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now, yeah. Yeah, we're struggling. Hopefully this will settle down. Yeah, broke the Zach Viner one to Wrexham. Obviously, he's going to come in as a direct replacement for him. They are trying to bring forward a transfer as well, mate. So they've got, they had an agreement in place for a Slovenian striker, Tommy Horvat from Sturm Graz. That was all set to happen in the summer. They're trying to make that happen today. I think it was looking like that might be in the offing, but I've not caught up on it quite yet. But that would potentially... Yeah, for Bristol City. Hull, really, this morning when I had a look, they were just trying to avoid losing players. So there's been some interest in John Egan, a player we know well, from West Ham and Ipswich. They've got a couple of players, David Akintola and Brandon Williams, that were wanting to go out and search for some regular first-team football. But really, no signs of potential ins at Hull. It was just trying to avoid to lose players. With Southampton, they looked like they were trying very actively to sell as many players as possible. Juan Larios, Adam Armstrong potentially going to Wolves, Joe Aribo potentially going to Leicester on loan. There was talk of Cameron Archer going to Rangers, as you know, but that was very much in the air. I think that's baller. I think that's I think that one's stalled. To be honest, the last time I checked, it looked like it was possibly off. But I'll keep you up to date and check again.
Better than Rangers. He's better than Rangers. I think Arsenal could do with some more firepower. Let's look at something like that for Cameron Archer. Anyway, Luke, thank you so much, mate, for everything you've done today, and we'll no doubt be back to you in due course as things start to roll. Thank you, my old mate. See you soon. Next up, bald and brilliant. That's Ali. How's it going, pal?
Really good. Bit of a rush, weren't it, Jim?
Oh, not half, mate. Not half. I thought I was going to be late. I've inhaled my tea. Lasagna and chips is not meant to be like eaten in 5 minutes, but I've done it. So we'll see if that comes back to bite me later. But I know you've not had much time to have a look, or any time to have a look. Let's be right, mate. But West Brom, Leicester and Charlton, anything happening at those clubs, pal?
Yeah, well, Charlton have brought in a Kenyan international defender, Colin Sicheni from FK Vojvodina, the well-known Kenyan. Yeah,
well.
Charlton, that was Charlton, yeah. Leicester have brought in Joe Aribo.
Oh, is he coming now from Southampton?
He's in 1 hour ago.
Comes up from Lou as well. He's just catching up, as we know.
And West Brom are looking at 19-year-old attacking midfielder from Crystal Palace under 21s called Hindolo Mustafa. Why do I get all the names, by the way? And that's as far as I've got so far.
What's happening with Sheffield?
He's staying at Liverpool. That's what he's doing.
That's all right. That's all right.
That's as far as I've got, Jim. I've not seen much else. So that's
do you know what? Do you know what I love? I love the zoom camera, the auto zoom camera. It's great. It's very good. I'm looking forward to
making me seasick.
Right, mate. Thank you for that. Catch up with you soon. I'm not going to show you Jamie Dumpling yet. I'm going to save him till last because I think it's a special reveal, this one. But where is the view from the mountain? Where is he? Absolutely useless. He's not yet joined us. I don't know whether he's got Monk on because I picked his teams. He has got Chef Wednesday, QPR and Watford, but we're going to jump straight in front to the man covering Coventry, Millwall and Oxford. It's the man on the mic. It's the man on the mic. Jordan Motson, how's it going, pal?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yes, I'm great, mate. Thank you. I'm great. What is happening around the parts that you are covering? Oh, happening with Cov, Millwall or Oxford today?
We got breaking news just from Coventry. It's just come out. Coventry has signed Frank Onyeka on loan from Brentford. I believe
we're interested in.
Yeah, it's one that we were potentially talking to, weren't we? But Coventry, obviously, top at league. Well, joint top now. Trying not to screw it up, aren't they? But yeah, joint top. They've obviously had good talk to him, offering him football to potentially get up. And I believe in the deal, there is a loan. It's a loan with, it's either obligation to buy if promoted or option to buy. I haven't seen the full details exactly of it yet, but yeah. So Frank Onyeka just been announced to Coventry. At Millwall, obviously we've seen that they've had 3 transfers already this winter. Barry Bannon, Anthony Patterson, and Tom Watson. I believe they're not going to be doing much more. They have been linked with Bailey Cadamartri and Jezza and Raksaki, but Cadamartri looks like he could potentially be going to Wrexham, and Raksaki, I believe, is going to Stoke City. But they've got a departure as it's looking. They've accepted a loan offer for Wes Harding to Plymouth. So I believe that's going to be a departure for Millwall. Yeah, so down to League One. Oxford, all I've seen with them, they brought 5 players in, or they've had quite a busy transfer window.
Yeah, they have.
So whether they'll do anything on deadline day remains to be seen. They have had an out earlier on in window, which were Louis Sibley to Bradford on a loan. They've been linked with Finn Stevens, who's a player from St. Pauli.
Right.
I don't know whether I don't know if that had been accepted. And they've also been linked with Kyrese Lisby, who's at Colchester. I think it's Kevin Lisby's son.
Kevin Lisby's lad. Yeah.
Which Reading, I believe, had a bid for him, and Oxford are trying to hijack it. But as of yet, no incomings there either. So it's only Coventry who just made a signing.
Jordan Watson, what an absolute legend. Thank you, pal, and I'll catch up with you soon. As this is a roving reporters, we are back to Southampton with Batman Lou. 1 in, I believe, pal.
Even more than that, we've got movements at Southampton, lots of movements. So Southampton agree a deal for Canada international forward Kyle Larin on loan until the end of the season. Right. Player that was on loan at Feyenoord from Real Mallorca. Loan has been cut short to allow him to move to Southampton. It's felt that this is going to pave the way for Adam Armstrong to join Wolves. They're also about to loan out Bella Kotchap to Hellas Verona as well. So lots of things going on at Southampton, pieces moving all over the place.
Wow, mate. Thank you for that. We'll be back to you very soon. Oh, love this. Absolutely love it. Decided. Okay. I need to have a look at that as well. Right. Oh, hang on. I'm getting some waving hands. Sorry to the lads that we haven't already been able to catch up with. Baldwin brilliantly. No, you're muted. You're muted. I can't unmute your mic. You've got to unmute it yourself, pal. Unbelievable. Can you do sign language? Hello. Hey. Oh, I can't unmute it. He's saying, and then what happened?
I missed. Anyway, it's not a player. It's a technical director, and West Brom are bringing in Maccabi Tel Aviv technical director Dominic Price to replace Andrew Nesta. So they're in a lot of trouble, West Brom. So they're getting rid of the technical director and bringing in a brand new one.
Yes. Okay, mate. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Right. Very good. Very good. Love to see that. We'll carry on introducing our roving reporters. So next up, it is the man in black covering Wrexham, Ipswich and Portsmouth tonight. Gaz Dunn, how's it going, pal?
Yeah, all good, Jimmy. How are you?
Mate, I think you are the most dapper of the lot, I have to say. I know we're all sort of giving it half inches. Jord looks very smart. Mark Meldrew looks very smart, but yeah, you are top class, mate. Would expect nothing else. Anything happening around your teams, mate, that you're covering tonight?
Yeah, so busy day at Disney FC it has been by the looks. So they are very close at the moment to getting Davis Keller done from Barnsley. They reckon the deal's done, not officially confirmed yet, but a contract till summer 2029, banging in goals left, right and centre in League One with 34 matches and 16 goals. So a great addition if they can pull that one off. I'm not sure the fee yet. Obviously, Cadamartri potentially coming from Wednesday for about £1 million. Supposedly the medical is happening as we speak. Obviously, 2 goals in 30 games for the other side of the city.
Where's Cadam going?
To Wrexham, to Disney FC.
Okay.
Yeah, but they've had to recall Tom O'Connor as well from Peterborough due to his hamstring injury, so they've pulled him back in. But what they've done there is they've sent somebody back, and I forgot who I've written him down now. I've wrote him down somewhere. They've sent a player to Peterborough, but I'll get back to you who that is.
Yeah, and
that. So they've also signed Zach Vigna from Bristol City, centre back from. They did that deal yesterday. That was finished up. 29 games at centre half for Bristol City, are a team who've only just really been dropping off. So quite surprised they let him go, to be honest with you. Then going on to Ipswich. So Ipswich, Ryan Dotsey, a really highly talented, exciting prospect they've signed from Stevenage as well on a permanent deal. And they've also gone out and got Renam, I think it's Ream, on loan, Chelsea winger, and they've got him as well. And they're also supposedly after the good old John Egan as well to come in. So there's potential there. Yeah, very interesting. So let's see if they can pull that one off. Going on to Pompey, I've just heard that the Ingleson deal from Sheffield Wednesday to Pompey is now off. Ingleson said no, he doesn't want to go to Pompey. So it's following off proposal. Sorry, he's rejected the move away from Wednesday. So that's a bit of a shot. And then going on to Pompey again. Going on to Disney FC again. They're actually trying to put a 7-figure offer in for Pompey's Terry Devlin as we speak. So see how that goes as well. All happening. All happening. And Pompey are also after Luton's Scottish forward Jacob Brown as well ahead of the deadline. So yeah, all go at Disney FC, Ipswich and Pompey.
Top man. Cheers, Gaz. This is brilliant. I absolutely love this already. We're definitely doing this going on. What is going on here? Okay, well, there's something else I need to draw my attention to after the stream. Right, up next, you know him as Dave the Nose. Tonight he's known as Davrizio Romano. Davey boy, what is happening, my mate? How are you doing? What's happening in Birmingham, Derby and Watford this evening?
I'm all right. Sorry, I've not got a tie on, and I really hope that Gaz and Jord have done Sky Sports properly and are wearing jeans underneath the bottom part. We don't need to see it just in case.
No, please don't. No,
it's not that kind of stream. I've only got a couple of bits so far. The ironically named Bobby Wales has left Swansea City on loan to join Huddersfield Town for the rest of the season. Scored 1 goal in 5, thought of as a prospect player. And probably the bigger one for Birmingham is that they've signed Patrick Roberts on a 2.5-year deal for an undisclosed sum. So here we go on that one.
Nice one. Nice, mate. Nice. Okay. Thank you, Dave the Nose. Very much.
I've got a lot else for you. It seems quiet.
It's okay.
Sit here and enjoy the fun.
Yeah, let's do that. See you in a minute. Nice one, Dave the Nose. We'll go back and try again with Mr. Meldrew. How's it going, pal?
How doing, Jim? You all right?
Yes, I'm going well, mate. Thank you. You are covering Preston, Stoke and Blackburn, mate. What's looking very sharp, by the way. What is it that you've got for us, pal?
Just some news coming out of Stoke City. So they have won the race to sign Jezreel Raksaki on loan from Crystal Palace. He's a man in demand after returning to England in late December from a loan spell in Rizerspoor in Turkey. He's arrived at the Bet365 on deadline day and is a huge boost to Mark Robbins' side. And he can make his debut. I am reading it, pal. I'm not that prepared. And he can play against West Brom on Saturday. Good signing for Stoke. 36 games for us last season, 7 goals, 6 assists, and then he's gone to Rizerspoor, 11 games, 4 goals, first half of this season. So he's been in demand. I think Millwall tried to track him. They're also after a young teenager for £3 million called Atto Amper at Chelsea. He's an England under-20 international and made his debut for Chelsea in the Conference League last season against Astana. And they've also signed Gavin Bazunu, who's obviously now out injured. He injured his thigh sort of days after joining. And also they've signed a player called Milan Schmidt. He's a Dutch forward who's signed as a free agent from Go Ahead Eagles, where he played 41 games and scored 9 goals.
Nice, mate. Very nicely done. Thank you, Mark Meldrew. I will catch up with you soon, pal. See you soon, pal. Give us a wave in the background if anything's happening, and I'll try and.
Will do. I'll check my tie like that. I'll check my.
Top man. Right. I hope I can see you. Hang on. This is the view from the mountain. Oh my word, he's here. No wonder you're late. You're stuck in Capital City.
Mate, here I am. Good to go. Good to go.
Love it.
In, guys. Big
Love
news
it, Simon.
tonight. Big news. Loads going on, guys, in the Premier League.
So you've got Sheffield Wednesday, QPR, and Watford. What is going on, mate, at these clubs?
Mate, they're not my clubs. I think you'll find I'm purely concentrated on the Premier League tonight, and that's what I'm prepared for. So you're gonna have to reassess it, mate. It's
You've resigned,
it's,
haven't you?
it's a liquid
You've resigned.
shot, mate. You know what it's like. You know what it's like.
Come on then, mate. What you got for us? What news are you sharing from wherever?
Well, a lot of action going on in the Premier League, mate. Tonali apparently being touted by his agent today. Offered to Arsenal, apparently. That's not happening. According to Eddie Howe, who must love the agents, he's going to be staying at Arsenal. So good news for them. But they are actively looking at a replacement for Moreno, who's been injured recently, and they've looked at Goretzka of Bayern Munich as well. So yeah, they're busy. Apparently, they might be active with the last hour. Could be a deal that gets done a bit later, but they're all over the show looking for a centre mid.
I love this. I love this. So good. It's so good, isn't it? Is that your karaoke mic?
You what, mate?
Is that your karaoke mic?
What do you mean karaoke? You know,
oh
mate,
yes, you're a professional reporter, aren't you? Sorry.
Mate, I'm a pro. You know the drill.
Yeah. Sorry, mate. Carry on.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah. So Palace, very, very active at the minute with Mateta. Apparently, his move to AC Milan is off. He was on the cusp of a big move there.
Hakuna Mateta.
Yeah, Philippe Mateta to go. But
No,
I think when they heard that happen, they were looking at Strand Larsen, who apparently has had his medical there. So they'll have another forward on their hands. I think they've bid in the region of £42 million, just waiting for confirmation on that deal. We've also got Palace looking at Dwight McNeil as well as like a last-minute transfer offer of $20 million to Everton. So that could happen. Sunderland have gone in for Nilson Angulo for $17.5 million. So they're actively looking for more players as well. Wolverhampton Wanderers responding to the Strand Larsen deal to keep them either get themselves ready for the Championship next year. But two good players looking at going there in Angel Gomez, who you might remember from the England under-21 setup. He's not been getting much game time at Marseille. And they're in for Adam Armstrong as well, which they're waiting still to announce on that one. Celtic Engels had a £25 million bid rejected. I think it's Notts Forest who went in for them. Sorry, my notes are a bit scrambled, guys. 60 million for a centre back. So Liverpool are responding to those defensive woes. Jeremy Jacquet from Rennes, 60 million quid's worth of defensive talent apparently on its way to Liverpool. That's another one that could go through.
Long-term target.
Everton looking at potentially probably something to do with the Dwight McNeil deal. Are looking at Tyreek George of Chelsea to go in on loan there from Chelsea. So I'd imagine there's a few more little bits of moving parts to come, Jim, with some of these deals. And I think they'll drop in, obviously, as other things get signed off. You know how this works. It's like a table of dominoes. But it's a chilly night here in the city, mate. I thought I'd check in. Sorry I'm a bit late getting on, mate. Sorry about that.
Absolute legend. Cheers, mate. Speak to you very soon.
Catch you soon, mate.
In a bit. That is Paul the Man Mountain coming to you live, allegedly, from the Big Smoke. After resigning from his post as Sheffield Wednesday, QPR and Watford correspondent, he's now our Premier League correspondent for the evening. He's got a busy night on. Got a busy night on by the looks of it. Oh, I'm getting a little wave before we go to our final reporter. John Motson, what's coming in, mate?
So we've got two bits of news from Millwall and Oxford. So I was saying earlier about Wes Harding had a bid accepted to go on loan to Plymouth Argyle. That's now been completed. He made 11 appearances this season for Millwall, but they've decided to loan him out to Plymouth Argyle, who are currently 14th placed in League One. So he's available for Saturday's game against Lincoln. And also news coming out from Oxford is that striker Tom Bradshaw has left to join Barnsley on loan for the rest of the season.
So that'd be DKD's replacement. He's more of a number 9, which they've wanted.
Yeah.
It's really interesting as a move. He used to play there, obviously, as well. So
yeah,
like that.
So I think it's just a straight loan until end of the season. So there's no like buying that. Obviously, if the money that's coming in for DKD and potentially clearer if that one goes. They're going to have money to spend at the end of the season maybe to bring him in, but obviously he's knocking on a bit, isn't he, Tom Bradshaw now? He's in his 30s, I'm sure he is. So it might be, you know, it might be able to pick him up on cheap, but that's 2 deals there. And then I'll just mention one scene as Paul decided that he didn't want to do. I mentioned it with Sheffield Wednesday. I've seen it on the Sky Sports app. Is it Ndala? He's been on loan at Hull earlier on in the season. I believe he's been recalled by Manchester City. I don't think he's had much game time, but Sheffield Wednesday are trying to wrap that one up on loan for them as well. But that's your breaking news for the last 2.
Top man, Geordie boy, legend. Speak to you in a bit. Right. Some may be sceptical that the Man Mountain was actually in the big smoke, but we do have somebody who is genuinely out and about in the field. Welcome to the stream. It's Jamie Dumpling, live from Shirecliffe. Jamie Dumpling reporting for the Ramble. How's it going, pal?
I'm cold. I've had nightmares the last 10 minutes. Basically, I brought an iPad so that I could keep an eye on transfers. Because it's that cold here, the iPad keeps draining its battery. So I'm having to warm it up in the car at the minute. And what I'm about to tell you is going off pure memory. So I'll make it quick while I can remember. I will just bring some breaking news, essentially. There's been 3 very posh cars pulling up, all in a convoy. So I could barely tell through the window. This could purely be wrong. It might be Calvin Phillips, one of them. I really don't know. I was trying to get a gauge through the window. But again, take it with a pinch of salt. It could be. It might not be. Also coming into the window for Sheffield United, Joe Rothwell will be looking to come in on a free. Don't know how that's working, considering he's just signed a contract at Rangers. The 31-year-old.
Somebody's moving.
That's a black van. That's a full-on convoy, that. I've got no chance telling who's in that because that is a blacked-out full-on van. But we've got movement here.
Flag him down.
I can't have gone the other way. A good eye, by the way, even I've not seen them. Joe Rothwell, 18-month deal. That's looking like it's going to happen. I'm hearing that we are still trying to sign a winger. Whether it's going to be Mikey Johnson, as reported or not, is another question. Going on to Middlesbrough, Hayden Hackney. Going back to Sheffield United, Nottingham Forest did try and bid, I believe, City Peg. It looks like it's been rejected, but there is still interest in City Peg.
Right.
Moving on to Middlesbrough. Hayden Hackney has had a bid rejected again from Nottingham Forest. They're after a centre mid from the sounds of it, but he's also been rejected. Sonny Dieng, he was set to go to Feyenoord. That deal is off. Joe Wildsmith has come in on loan from West Brom until the end of the season. So it looks like Sonny Dieng was going to be going out and Wildsmith would replace him. But Sonny Dieng staying now. That's going to be interesting to see how that goes. That is not someone coming in. That's just a smart car near enough. Going on to seemingly a quiet day, but an interesting one. Sam Field looks like he is signing on loan from QPR for the rest of the season. Potentially permanent at the end of the deal, depending on how it goes. I'm not too sure. But the big one, interestingly, Harry Amas looks like he's potentially already being recalled to Manchester United due to a potential injury. Again, that one is a bit ongoing, but that will probably become a bit more clear as the night goes on. So big news for Norwich City. And I believe that is everything. Apologies if I've forgotten things. It's memory.
Jamie, don't you worry about it.
One more. Sven Naipan, however you pronounce him that's gone on loan to Middlesbrough from Manchester City, has been recalled.
Oh, get in! Love that. Love that. He's in our best 11, I think. I don't know. We'll have a look. He was in some sort of team that we did with Connor and Cal.
Oh,
right. Jamie, I'm going to spend a little bit, unless any lads are waving at me for any news. Hang on, Gaz is. I'll come back to you in 2 minutes, Jay. All right?
Yes.
Breaking news from Gaz Dunn. What we got, pal?
So this will take literally 30 seconds. So the Irish right back, Festi Abeze, who's currently a target for West Brom from over in Istanbul, Wrexham are now trying to boycott that deal and get him in as well. So yeah, breaking news there. I'll keep you informed, Jimmy.
Top man, Gaz. Thank you, my mate. Jamie Dumpling's gone AWOL. What has happened to Jamie Dumpling? Are you there? Are you there? Come in, Jamie Dumpling.
Hello,
is he? Look at that.
I had to go and check if there were any updates. There's been no updates on any of those that have been posted out. But so far, they're the deals.
I was really impressed with your ability to recall everything. There's people in the chat already saying, Jamie, you were born to do this. Poor Dumpling. I'm up Shirecliffe and it's Baltic, but James says Jamie looks
cold.
He says Jamie looks the business. Sonny Glasby, this is brilliant, lads. Well done to everyone doing a shift. Brilliant content. Up the Ramble, up the Blades. One of our primary sponsor, our main sponsor, channel sponsor for Ramble FC and Behind the Ramble as well. Thank you to Sonny. Jamie, you were great at relaying what you could remember, but you were a bit quick for me because I'm an old man and I'm a bit hard of hearing. So
that's fine.
The Sheffield United rumours are the ones that we are keen on. So you mentioned Joe Rothwell. What's the situation with Joe Rothwell?
So, it's not gone well with him and Rangers, that's safe to say. From bits I can remember, and I believe this is correct, it's a free transfer. I have no idea how it's going to work because he's in contract, but they look like they're happy for us to take him off hands for free on a permanent deal for 18 months. I really don't know how it's going to work, though. On a free, I believe that's correct. I could be wrong. Take that with a pinch of salt, but I believe it's a free. But that is for 18 months. Same deal as Patrick Bamford, without obviously the wage and everything, but same time course. That will be until the end of next season.
Okay. So that's in the balance at the moment, but looking likely to be a done deal for Sheffield United. 18 months for free. Joe Rothwell on a permanent. What's your thoughts on that as a Blade?
I'm sceptical, but I think because we're getting Calvin Phillips in as well, I don't mind it as much because then it still gives us cover and Joe Rothwell's not being thrown into the deep end. Speaking of Calvin Phillips, that is just a straight up loan deal, 6 months, no buy option whatsoever. So that is just going to be short term only.
As expected. What are your thoughts on Calvin? He's obviously the big ticket signing this window. What are your thoughts on? Came out of left field today. I've obviously been otherwise engaged, but wasn't expecting it. It's a name that's come out of nowhere, really, for a lot of us. What's your thoughts on that as a signing, Jamie?
Yeah, I don't actually mind it. I would be a bit bitter. At least you're sending me messages. I can't check it because my phone's engaged, so apologies, Lee. But the thing is, I'd be against it because it's like an ex-Leeds player and everything. But look how Bamford's gone. That's the sort of type of deal. And I think it could be good for him as a player because of the drop-off to the Championship. I was just asking George Motson. He said he was fit, so that's not an issue at all. And I think he could be a quality operator. The Championship is a big step down from the Premier League, and it could be a real chance for us to play something brilliant. And the thing is, you're going to have players, the defensive midfielder, Gyro, Rothwell, Arblatter, Peck, Samare,
Phillips.
It's a massive number of players that are quality. And going on one, I've just remembered now, Alex Matos. Even if he does not leave tonight, there are still going to be other markets open after tonight in Europe. So potentially he could still leave during the winter transfer window, just not tonight. So do keep an eye out on that one. We are still looking at a winger as well. Again, there are open speculations as to who. Cleary has gone a bit quiet, so it might not be him. Again, Mikey Johnson's been rumoured. But again, we don't know. There's nothing concrete on an actual name, but that may be a bit of a later one. So even after 10 p.m, keep an eye out for that one because that looks like if it happens, it will be late.
Jamie, what an absolute legend. How are you holding up? Because I know it's a cold one, mate. We need to look after your well-being as well. You okay?
My hands are going blue. It's so cold. The iPad is struggling with the cold. It's on 61%. And it cannot stay on.
Get in the car, get a warm, and we'll try not to come back to you sharpish. But obviously, you'll let us know if there's all that needs saying. All right, pal. Nice one, Jamie. What an absolute legend that boy is. Lads, any news anywhere? Jord Motson giving me a wave. Gaz Dunn also giving me a wave. What we got, Jord?
So I'm just getting an exclusive from Dan Marsh off X. It's Oxford are trying to beat the deadline with a deal to sign Adomo Emaku from Millwall. 22-year-old attacker is available to leave the Den, and Oxford are working on a deal to land that one, obviously before the window shuts. And also, just a bit, it's sort of from Millwall, but it's not. It's Rotherham United have signed Duncan Watmore on a free transfer. He was at Millwall before leaving, to be a free agent in the summer. So he was linked with Sheffield Wednesday earlier on. through the,
Signing
I think
at
it was
League
summer
One level.
window.
Yeah.
Second, sorry.
Good signing at League One level, that I think.
Yeah, but obviously he were at Millwall, so that's just a bit of sort of their news, but it's not, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so he's joined Rotherham. So yeah, Oxford just trying to get the deal done for the striker from Millwall. That's the latest news coming in.
Top man, thank you, pal. Over to Gaz. How's it going, Mr. Man in Black? What you got for us, pal?
Yeah, it's going good. Portsmouth looking like they might have sealed a deal, a permanent deal for Mario Diaye, a 22-year-old Senegalese international centre-back from FC Hogsend in Norway. So, deals expect to be completed in the final minutes of the transfer deadline day.
Gaz, brilliant. Lads, any waves from anywhere? Anybody got any news for us? Because if not, I'm going to dive into some of these comments. Oh, here we go. Jamie Dumpling, what have we got, pal?
We're in the car going back to Harry Mass at Norwich. There's been no noise from Norwich, but Harry Mass has put out a statement that he has confirmed the injury. It looks like it's a hamstring injury, but he will be out for some time. Whether he stays or not is still in the open, but we're waiting on Norwich.
So he may have returned to Man U for treatment rather than cancelling the loan.
Correct.
Nice,
Correct.
Jamie.
That is
Thank
still
you,
in
mate.
the open. I'll keep an eye out for Norwich and let you know if there's anything.
Thank you, mate. Jamie Dumpling, legend. Oh, we've got Mark Meldrew waving. I'm not going to get a chance to get to any of these comments. Mark Meldrew, what we got, pal?
Just a couple of bits coming out of both Blackburn and Preston, sort of following up from earlier today. Blackburn have announced the signing of Osman Kamara, a young striker from Arsenal, on a 2.5-year deal till June 2028. Right. It's first sort of senior incoming today for Blackburn. Big news coming out of Blackburn as well that they have sacked their manager, Valerian Ismail. Favourite to get that job is Slaven Bilic at the moment, but it remains to be seen what happens with that. So big news coming out of Lancashire in terms of Blackburn at the minute. On to Preston, fairly quiet. They have already brought in sort of Milos Lukovic from Strasbourg, whose record are absolutely terrible, so I don't know why they're signing him. But in terms of ongoing talks, they are after the striker Callum Lang from Portsmouth. Discussions are ongoing. It's not completed as yet, but the player is pushing for that move, and it's one that he is interested in doing. They are also interested in Brighton midfielder Andrew Moran on a permanent deal. Talks are at an advanced stage, obviously still pending completion, but looking at a fee of around £1 million plus add-ons.
Mark Meldrew, absolute legend. Thank you for that, pal. Catch up with you
soon.
See you in a bit. Legend. Look, do you know what? I love this. This is one of my favourite streams we've ever done already. Jord Motson, give me another wave. Jordy boy.
It's only a quick one. It was just when I mentioned Frank Onyeka earlier, I didn't know the full details of the deal. I'm just clarifying that now. So obviously he's joined on a loan. The deal includes an obligation to make the move permanent should the Sky Blues secure promotion to the Premier League. So Frank Onyeka's deal will become permanent if Coventry get promoted.
Okay, thank you, my mate. Gaz Dunn also giving me a wave. How's it going, pal?
I'm telling you, this could be a great deal if it's go. Everyone's talking about Callum Wilson at the start of the transfer window about wanting to leave West Ham. So, breaking news. Ipswich Town are prepared to offer him an 18-month contract. So, if that termination happens, Ipswich are in for an 18-month contract. Breaking news right here on Ramble FC.
Thanks, Blade Ramble. But thanks, Gaz. Appreciate it, pal. What a man. What a man. But subscribe to both. Subscribe to both. We love these channels. Right. Okay. Let's have a look. What have we got? In fact, let's get to these that are very generous people. Bomber Clot, who just wants, has probably just done that. So I mentioned his name. Dave the Nose shaking his head. I can see already. Sends us a 79p super chat. Thank you, my mate. Very, very much appreciated. Rich Carrington. Richard Carrington with a £25 super chat. Thank you, my mate. Well done, Jimmy and the lads. Brilliant. What a top rambler you are, pal. And speaking of top ramblers, Sonny Glasby coming in with a £20 super chat. 100% deserve this, boys. Keep it up, lads. And this is genuinely brilliant. Cannot stop smiling. Just hope we get a massive sack. Can you imagine, Sonny? Sonny, let me know your thoughts on Calvin Phillips. I want to know what you guys in the comments are thinking about Calvin Phillips. I've seen a lot of people asking me in the comments what I make to it. I think it would be a fantastic signing. Fantastic signing. He has been off the boil, undoubtedly, for the last year. I think he's played 7 minutes of football this season. So there's a very poor recent record in which to judge him on. But this man 18 months ago was alongside Declan Rice in the England setup, controlling things, got a huge move to Man City. We're at 45 million quid. Sheffield United to get him on loan for half a season is a real coup. Not only is it a coup, it would show that the board are back it, because we would have to pay a portion of these wages. He'll be on about 100 grand a week, probably more. We would have to pay a portion of these wages. We are backing the manager, and he is going for it. And that should be exciting to all Blades. Look, if me and Dave had a conversation on Two Mighty Blades last night, which a lot of people may or may not have agreed with, overall, we would like us to take a sensible approach to the window and not go all out for something that could hurt us long term. If we are going to go for it, then Calvin Phillips is a signing that certainly does move the needle for us. So anybody else, lads, before I jump into some comments, how are we all doing? Looks like we're all right just for a minute. Oh, no, it's not. Bald and brilliant. There's something happening at either West Brom, Leicester or Charlton. Who is it, Lee?
It's West Brom. They've come in with a late bid for Svante Ingelsson of Sheffield Wednesday. Right. Nothing other than that, but they are reportedly putting in a late bid for Svante Ingelsson.
With Pompey pulling out, West Brom are looking to strike. I believe he wants to stay in and around the same location, but you'd think from Sheffield to West Brom, not that much of it, certainly not Portsmouth distance. So that may be one to watch. Thank you, Bald and Brilliant Lee. Thank you, my mate. Right. Oh, hi, Jord. What's going off, pal? Oh, no, you're muted. You're muted. What are you doing? You're muted. Come on. Hey.
All right.
All good.
We're professional again. Anyway, Peter O'Rourke is reporting that...
Ties on, mate. We've got ties on. Go on, what are you saying?
It's all professional. Peter O'Rourke's reporting he understands Hibs are in talks to sign Oxford United defender Stefan Negru. He's made 21 appearances throughout 3 years that he's been at Oxford. So he's an Irish-born player who was also eligible to play for Moldova through his parents. He was recalled from his loan at Bristol Rovers early in January after injuring Niggles and lack of minutes. But yeah, it's looking like Hibs are reportedly in talks to sign him.
Interesting. I thought you were going to say Helic for a minute, Jord. That was the name that was
on.
You
were wishing that, weren't you? But...
Oh, I've got Jamie Dumpling waving.
Over to Jamie Dumpling.
All right, thank you, pal. It could be. Is it a Sheffield United update, Jamie? Sheffield United update?
Yes, it is. Sheffield United update. Nothing come out online, but there's just been about 50 cars leaving, some quite posh. So there could be movement within where potentially medical has been completed. All speculation. Nothing to go off apart from cars moving.
Cars spotted at Shirecliff. Thank you, Jamie.
And the iPad keeps shutting off. So we're working with low to nothing.
Okay, mate. Okay, you're going well, mate.
If I go outside, that means I've got something big.
Okay, right. See you soon. You'll get warm, pal.
Right.
All right. Gaz, were you waving at me, pal? He is indeed.
Yeah, I am. So, very quick one. Davis Keller done from Barnsley to Wrexham. Deal is done, complete, and in.
I'm gonna just get this link. I'm gonna drop it into my mate and see if he wants to come on and talk about that. Let me just drop.
He's not going to be happy, is he?
No, he's not. But if he wants to come on, he's more than welcome. There's nearly 1,000 people watching, so I'm sure he'll try and jump off the back of some of our views. So nice one, Gaz.
And the outgoing from Wrexham that I mentioned earlier was Jacob Mendy, permanent deal, done deal over to Peterborough. That was the one I was on about earlier.
Nice, mate. Thank you very much. Love that. Just checking in with Dave the Nose randomly, who looks to be having a good time. You all right, pal? Somebody has pointed out that I have put you down as Birmingham, Derby, and Watford when it should be Birmingham, Derby.
Do Watford as well, seeing as Mountain can't be bothered.
Well, I don't know where he is. Oh, he's back. He's back. Hang on.
I've got a rumour for you if you want.
Can I come back to you for your rumour?
If you want.
I've got Bald and Brilliantly waving like crazy. So let's have a look. Is this an update from West Brom, Leicester, or Charlton? Lee?
It's West Brom and Leicester, both looking at Nottingham Forest, Kyle McAdam, who is available for loan.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. That's very good. Very interesting. And I think we've got a We've got a Premier League reporter waving his microphone at me, welcoming him back in. It's a view from the mountain. How's it going, pal?
Yeah, it's going well, mate. Very good down here in the capital. Very nice indeed. Big news. Jaden Dixon, Stoke centre-back. One for the future. 3.2 million quid worth for centre-back going to Arsenal. An England under-19 international. Very exciting for the future, apparently. Whether it'll affect the first team, we don't know. But they've beaten off Chelsea and Forest to sign him. So well done to the Arsenal on that one. And also Brighton have recalled Matt O'Reilly from Marseille, where he was on loan. So he's coming back into the fray. Whether that's something to do with Gruder leaving. He left earlier to go to Leipzig on loan there. So that could be a response to that one.
Possibly. Thank you, Mr. Mountain. Much appreciated, pal. Love that. What a man, what a view. Right, Jamie, are you still there, my friend? I know you were looking down then, but how's it going?
We're getting a bit warm. There's been nothing. It's radio silence from Norwich City completely, other than the odd rumour about Hamas and Stanfield, but there's nothing concrete. Middlesbrough, they seem to have got a bit quiet since Joe Wildsmith. I think that may be their night done, potentially. Sheffield United, it's still waiting on the official stuff. But again, it's Calvin Phillips, Joe Rothwell, and a potential winger. So we're just waiting on anything at the minute.
So I've called you in because I don't know, and apologies whether you might not know this. The people in the comments may already know this, but I'm only bringing it up because I've just noticed on screen that it says that Sheffield United have agreed a deal with Man City for Calvin Phillips on loan. So it's been agreed according to Sky Sports. I don't know how long that's been on their ticker. Might have been a little while, but
David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano did report that 4 hours ago. So Sky are a bit slow to it.
Slow Sports News. Right, well, we're all over it. We've got Jamie Dumpling at Shirecliffe. So have they got that? No, they haven't. No,
I think I've had Sam McCallum walk past me instead. I weren't sure, though, who were fast.
Who were fast?
Yeah.
He probably weren't Sam McCallum then, were he? He's only got one leg.
Yeah, well, he weren't in crutches, so it likely weren't him. But he were someone in full United tracksuit, so who knows?
All right. So we've had cars at Shirecliffe and somebody who looks like Sam McCallum. Stay on top of it, Jay. Thank you, my mate. All right. What a legend that boy is. We are going to miss him. Look, he'll still be a huge part of the Ramble while he's in Oz. He just may not be able to come on some of the streams as frequently as he would normally. Is anybody waving? It's Gaz Dunn. Yes, my mate.
I knew it'd be bad picking Wrexham.
It's all right. I love it.
Right, so there's two coming out of Wrexham at the moment. One that Wrexham are pushing to get a deal done, actually, for my other team. For the defender, Terry Devlin from Portsmouth. So big figures on that. Talking 7 figures is what they're talking there. And then another one, the good old Sausage Roll up in Rangers, is actually trying to push a deal through, believe it or not, on loan for Josh Windass.
I knew you were going to say Windass. Bloody hell. Wow.
So, and I'll keep you all at Blaze Ramble informed.
Top man. Gaz Dunn. What a legend. The man in black. Right. How are we all doing? Any waves from the boys? If not, I'm going to jump into some comments. Batman Lou just getting himself back settled. I take it you've got to refresh and see how you're doing, pal, before I come back to you. Yes, a little nod from him there. That man has been pulled from pillar to post today, and I've been a big part of that, so I do apologise. Michelle says, Calvin Phillips, wow, Bamford must have something to do with that. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. I am well informed that they are big friends, and if this does come off, he may have, but the man who's sponsored by the Blades Ramble may have been partly the orchestrator in this deal. Terence says, PS, even though it's first comment he's made, but PS, up the Blades and up the Ramble, like and subscribe. Thank you, Terry, my mate. David says, Calvin Phillips and Hjelde, hopefully be good signings to help push us up the league, up the Blades, up the Ramble, and hope new assistant has settled in. She has, mate. She has. She was even still working when I got back from the lane, so I'm very impressed. She's had a good first day. Rothwell's having his medical, says David. Yeah, I think they're looking likely, aren't they? I think it's more going to be a timings issue than anything else. Can we get the deal sheets in and things like that? Nathan says Phillips and Rothwell in the Championship are class signings if they both happen. I'd love to talk to the lads about this, but we have got fingers in other pies tonight, haven't we? So we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll discuss it. Don't worry about that. Liam says Phillips and Rothwell with Bamford as well. What next? Bielsa's backroom staff. And Shackleton. Shackleton's an ex-Leeds boy that's here as well, isn't it? Oh, we've got a wave from my mate, the man in black. Gaz, what we got, pal?
We've got a done deal at Wrexham. Going out, though. Going out. So Elliot Lee has joined Doncaster Rovers on loan midfielder until the end of the season. Done
Nice.
deal.
Thank you, Gaz. Legend. Thank you, my mate. I've also got a wave from Mark Meldrew. How's it going, pal?
Evening, pal. Just a bit of breaking news from Preston North End. They have had a breakthrough in their pursuit of Callum Lang. A fee has been agreed, so that deal is progressing.
Nice, mate. Nice. Interesting. Thank you to Mark Meldrew for that. A wave from Batman Lou. How's it going, pal? You caught your breath yet?
Movement of Bristol City, mate. I went to the door. I've been that rush today. I bought a pizza for the whole family. Went to the door to the delivery driver, and he looked at me, and I said, "Transfer deadline day," and he went, "All right," and just gave me the pizza.
Nice.
Brilliant. Movement of Bristol City. So they have sold. Let me get his name right. Fali Mayulu, which is a player, a striker, that they bought a couple of years ago from Rapid Vienna. He's made 25 appearances for Bristol City. He scored 2 goals, but they have sold him to the Portuguese league. He's gone to Arouca on a permanent move. Tommy Horvat, the one I mentioned earlier that they were trying to bring forward that was agreed for the summer, that has been completed. So they've signed,
right.
They've got their striker through the door and then one out. So, yeah, busy at Ashton Gate.
Nice, mate. I know you were expecting some movement at Ashton Gate today, so that's interesting. Thank you. Nothing yet from Hull or Southampton that you're aware of?
Hull's pretty quiet. Southampton are working away. There's a lot of moving parts at Southampton. I think most of them, though, will be needing to get players out before they can get players in. That seems to be the story. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, mate. Thank you for that. Top man, Batman Lou. Boys, how we doing? Mark Meldrew's just left. He's here, but his screen keeps going off. Are you all right, Marco? Any news, pal? No, just trying to get his screen sorted out. No, we're all good. We're all good. Right. Okay, sound. Right, let's get some more comments. Thom says, evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. Going to be a mammoth stream, this one. Jim and Lee, I believe you both saw my missus at the lane today. She was buzzing. You both said hi. Yes. Yeah, yeah. I don't know which one it was, though, Thom. You should have let me know, pal. Oh, was she in the podcast room as we went in at one stage and then came out again? You'll have to let me know. Oh, Gaz is giving me a wave. What we got, pal?
Yeah, so Pompey, they had a bid rejected yesterday for Luke Graham from Dundee. But they've actually gone back in. They offered 6 figures yesterday. They've just gone back in the last few hours with a 7-figure bid for him. So let's see if Dundee accept it.
Interesting. That is a player that Sheffield United have had a little bit of a look at as well. So thank you for that, Gaz. Much appreciated, my mate. And another wave from Batman Lou. How are we going, pal?
Looks like some interest in Taylor Harwood-Bellis at Southampton, even late in the window. So West Ham and Palace have both been heavily linked with him. West Ham have had 2 failed bids, the latest one being £20 million. Apparently, West Ham have now cooled their interest and moved on. So it remains to be seen if Crystal Palace will come back in for him, but definite interest in him ahead of the deadline.
Big ticket player. Thank you, Lou. Much appreciated, my mate. Very good. Very good. So it's all go. Love that. I'm just trying to catch Lee eating on stream. There we go. Thank you. Love it. Love it. Right. Where are we going to next? Oh, John's liking that one. Right. So Matt says, hey up, Jimmy. Some great business from United this window. Just hope we can keep the likes of Peckham, Brooks and company. Phillips and Rothwell, we need that winger next. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Look, I have to stress, as a Blade, we should all know this, the deals are not yet completed. Until they are holding the shirt, as Chrissy Wilder says, it is not yet done. Oh, speaking of which, speaking of done, I nearly caught him then with his peanuts or whatever he's got. nearly. It's all right for you guys. I'm having to steer this ship. Bistow Brett says, some proper out of the blue deadline day deals proposed. If the Blades get Rothwell and Phillips, that solidifies the team to where I'm very confident we have all the tools to make and win the playoffs. I must say, as much as I love the Phillips signing, I am surprised by it. I think we will be so meaty in the centre of midfield. I can see you, Man Mountain, doing your hair and waving at me. How's it going, pal?
Yeah, well, I always look at this time with 5 minutes to go and just think, wow, they must be running around like, I wasn't going to say blue bum somethings, but yeah. They,
headless chickens.
Yeah, headless chickens. They must be scrambling to get those deals in. But I just wanted to explain as well that if you're between 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock, you can actually submit what we call a deal sheet. I don't know if you've explained this already, Jim.
Yes, I have.
Okay, well,
I'm just going to we're going to let you lay your own table and let you pick out the man in the room that was late to the party.
Sorry about that. So yeah, so we've still got plenty of time for these deals to roll in or to get confirmed by the clubs. Between 5 and 7, you submit the deal sheet. You've then got an extended 2 hours afterwards in order to finalise the deal officially. So anything after that is still fair game. So it's still game on for a lot of clubs. So these deal sheets might be in, and you would be lucky to find out about one if before it was announced officially, obviously.
Well said, my mate. Thank you, pal. I know that we were joking around that you didn't hear me actually say that, but there'll have been people join the stream since then that weren't aware of that. So I've got some waves from all over the place. Lee was first. How's it going, pal?
Very well, thank you. A lovely quiche that my wife transferred over to me.
Nice.
And you transferred this morning. Leicester City. Understand Chelsea striker Dujan Richards has agreed a loan move to Leicester City. Just come through. So I don't know any more details.
Interesting. Jamie, is that a Sheffield United update? No, right. You can stay in the line then. George, you were next, pal.
Yeah, it's just a quick update that I've seen online. I think it was Gaz or someone mentioned about West Brom interested in Svante Ingelsson. Millwall is also on Millwall's list. Now, whether they actually go for that deal, I'm not quite sure, as they've already got a central midfielder in Barry Bannon coming in. But yeah, Millwall are still getting linked with it, saying that the player is valued at £500,000. But it's also, as said before, I think Svante Ingelsson's due to have a baby soon, and he's quite happily settled in Sheffield. Yeah. Whether Millwall press on with that, I don't know, but there's still a chance that they could be also interested in Svante Ingelsson.
Love that, mate. Thank you for that. And Dave the Nose, you were also waving away.
Yeah.
What you got, pal?
It's not that exciting, but there's really not much happening in my 3 clubs. So just a couple of Swansea bits that they've signed a youth keeper called Joe Collins from Bohemians, going to their development side. And they were trying to sign a defender from Chelsea, Harrison Murray Campbell. But apparently Chelsea have knocked that back. So I'm not expecting much else to happen with the 3 that I'm following. And we'll be having to depart shortly. So
you will, mate. Yeah, no worries. Maybe it's ironic that you got those 3.
Yeah, well, that's it. I got the easiest night of the lot of you. So
give me a wave, mate, and we'll set her out to you before you go. If you don't,
I'll be shooting in a second. So I'll say it now in case something exciting comes through. Seeing as the door is going to slam shut.
It does slam shut. It doesn't just close. It slams shut. Thank you, my mate. Very much appreciated.
Let's hope we get some exciting stuff at the lane. Come on, Jamie. Go and find it out.
I'm on the dumpling. See you soon, pal. Dave the Nose, what an absolute legend. Pillar of the channel. Jamie Dumpling, what we got, pal?
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. In fact, there's a blacked out van coming out, so potentially there is something there. I really don't know. But from all 3 of my clubs, it seems to be quiet at the minute. There's nothing really happening, especially Norwich, really having nothing. But there is a slight update to the Hayden Hackney saga. Middlesbrough are open to a deal, but it would have to be around the region of £30 to £35 million. That's the valuation they're looking for. So if anything does happen with that, that's the sort of money Nottingham Forest would have to cough up. There are probably different options out there where they can get it for a bit cheaper.
Wowzers. Okay. Thank you, Jamie Dumpling. Much appreciated, pal. Ears to the ground about the Sheffield United boys. Mark Meldrew, you're back with us. Have you got any news? No? One? You all right, pal? Right, okay. No, not great. But, you can't see me. Paul Mountain, are you waving? He's waving. Yes, mate. What we got?
So I just wanted to respond to a question here. When does the market in Europe? When does it close? Obviously, following on from my information earlier. So at the same time, the Premier League, the EFL, the Bundesliga, Serie A, and Ligue 1 will all close the window at 7 p.m. The notable exceptions are the Liga and the Scottish Premiership, which will close at the old time of 11 p.m. And And another piece of important information on what I said before: deal sheets only apply to domestic transfers in the Premier League and EFL. So European transfers, these deal sheets that I just mentioned, they're only eligible within the domestic leagues of England.
Nice one. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Paul Mountain bringing us all the news. Jod Motson giving us a wave. Not Jod. Yeah. Go on, pal. What you got?
So it's just, I think Gaz is going to probably swiftly move in on this one, but because I said I reported on Wednesday early, I'll just release a bit out. So Joe Cran, who does report for Sheffield Star, I think it is, he's just put a statement out saying Bailey Cadamartre has left Sheffield Wednesday, and Cadamartre has released a statement online. It just says, after 11 unforgettable years at my time at Sheffield Wednesday has come to an end. I'm proud to be able to call this my home and grateful to everyone involved at the club for all the support they've given me in kickstarting my career. To the fans, I know this season has been tough for everyone, but I can't thank you all enough for the support you showed me during my time at the club. Sheffield Wednesday will always hold a strong place in my heart, and I wish everyone at the club all the best. It's time for me now to take on a new challenge. So, yeah, Sheffield Wednesday have obviously got rid of Bailey Cadamartre for a fee, and I reckon Gaz Dunn will probably be coming back in to announce this one very shortly.
Nice one. Well, he's not yet waving, but Bald and Brilliantly is. What have we got, pal?
We've got an exit at West Brom. It's young defender Michael Parker has left to join Swedish top flight team Ågright IS in a permanent deal.
Right. Interesting. Thank you, my mate. And as Dave the Nose so eloquently pointed out earlier, the window has now slammed shut. Not just closed, it has slammed shut. So all these deals that we are reporting is like, what's the word? It's like being drip fed from things that have already happened, and we're just bringing the news as it comes in. So it must have already sort of been close. Gaz Dunn is waving at me like a madman. So what are you doing? What you got, pal?
This is a big one. Very big one. 4.2 million deal for Ipswich Town from Derby County, Smodic. Expect to be a deal done. All right.
Sammy Smodics to Derby.
Yeah, with Derby County, it's agreed on a 4.2 million fee, and that's for Fabrizio Romano, who's actually putting that out there. That is a big one. That is a big one. If that gets done by 2,100 hours, that is something.
Top man. Cheers, Gaz. Wow. I'm just going to, I have to say thank you to everybody that's Thom dropping. She was the one who was coming out of the podcast room, mate. Yes. So I remember it's nice to put a face to a name. Love that. Great to meet her very briefly, but great to meet your partner, Thom. Matt says, loving this, Jimmy. Top class and well done, lads. Better than Sky Sports here. £5 for a hot drink, Jamie. Loving it. Up the blades, up the ramble. So I owe Jamie a pint from Mr. V, I think it was last time, or it might have been Daz. And I owe him a hot drink now from Matt. So the bills keep stacking up, and I will pass those on. So thank you very much. But that was 2 £5 super chats from both Matt and Thom. Thank you very much. And Charlie, one of our Platinum Ramblers, very generously sends on £10 as well, saying this has been absolutely brilliant content, lads. Up the blades, like and subscribe. Thank you, Charlie. Hope you're good. Hope to see you soon. Right, what else have we got, lads? Are we waving? Any news, boys? Oh, Mark Meldrew's in with some. What we got, pal?
Can I just check? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you. That's
right. Trouble here.
Go on. Have you got out, mate?
How dare you? Yeah, just a bit of news from Stoke. According to Peter O'Rourke on X, understand Stoke winger. Please ignore me. This is a bit of Lee Edridge coming in. Favo Fawunmi is set to join Leyton Orient on loan for the rest of the season.
Oh, is it? Sorry?
Favo Fawunmi.
Yeah, nice, mate. Nice.
Not Sabothai.
Top man. Cheers, Marco. And just a quick quote from Lee, the Leyton Orient fan. What's the name of your new signing again? Oh, you're muted.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. See you in a bit. Right. What else have we got? Oh, Job Motson giving us a wave. What we got, pal?
Yeah, it's just one from Sheffield Wednesday. They have signed Manchester City youngster Joel Ndala on loan for the rest of the season. This is the one I was on about earlier. He's a 19-year-old winger who's been recalled from Hull City. He made 10 championship starts this season, and he scored once for Hull. So that's one from Sheffield Wednesday. So obviously they've had an outgoing they've made an incoming one. And then I've just seen that Oxford, they are trying to sign Huddersfield left back Ruben Ruskin, along with Millwall's winger Idomo Imaku, who I said earlier. So that's a new one from Oxford. They're trying to get the deal over the line for the Huddersfield left back Ruben Ruskin.
Thank you, my mate. I'm going to go back to Jamie Dumpling. How you doing, pal?
Paul, for some reason, Twitter's just stopped loading here, so I'm having a terrible time at Shirecliffe. It seems like I picked the worst possible clubs.
Don't worry. Our club, it's been announced on Radio Sheffield, are due to make an announcement at 7:15. So I was coming on to tell you that. Don't worry if you can't get it. But
I'm not leaving here.
You are the man. You are the man. But don't worry. Yes,
it's raining.
Announcement pending. All right. So we'll see you soon. We'll be back to you around the 7:15, if not before. A wave from Batman Lou. What we got, pal?
I'm looking at a list of deals, mate, that are hanging in the balance going into the deadline. One of which, have you got something bigger?
Apologies. We're not done from Sheffield United. They have tweeted that, and they've a picture of Calvin Phillips. Wait a second. This calls for something drastic.
6 to 8 minutes, so you need to put
boys. We're all on screen. We're all blades here. Calvin Phillips has just been. Well, there's a picture of Calvin Phillips been posted in a Sheffield United shirt on the Sheffield United Twitter account. What are we thinking, lads?
He's magic, you know. Phillips the Yorkshire Pearl.
Oh my word! Calvin Phillips has signed for Sheffield United. Absolutely
one of the
incredible.
biggest deals we've done in years, I think.
I said that today.
Is that going to be one of the most expensive players to come into the Championship, purely on wages? Because he's reportedly on £165,000 a week.
Well, I heard that Manchester City were going to pay the bulk of it, but either or, it's. I mean, you're not going to beat that for a pedigree of signing, are you, at the level? It's that's incredible, incredible commitment to go after a player like that.
Is anybody actually concerned about it? I'm just trying to gauge the opinion. Is anybody a little bit worried? Lee, you look. No, you happy with it?
I'm happy about it. I think he's only going to strengthen us, isn't he? And he should be a first 11 player.
On Sky Sports News earlier,
I love it.
On Sky Sports News earlier, they said that Calvin Phillips is fit. He's not got an injury. He's currently fit. He's just not been getting picked for the Manchester City squad. So he should be coming in with a decent enough fitness.
We're like Bielsa's Leeds now, aren't we?
Shackleton, Phillips, Bamford, and possibly Rothwell as well. What's going on? I hated that team. What's going on? Right, boys, we're going to get back to normal. Dave the Nose, we'll catch up with you soon. Absolute legend. And yeah, let's get back to the day job. See you in a minute. Go. And go. Jamie Dumpling, anything new on that?
Just the tweet that Sheffield United put out. I've had to resort to the website because Twitter seemingly has stopped working on my end. I don't know why it's flashing, by the way, because there's a car indicating in front of me. But yeah, there's nothing on the website yet. So once I have more details, I will give you a shout. But it's just pretty much the guarantee of him actually signing yet. There's still Rothwell to be announced, which I'm surprised they've not done together. It may be an 8-minute wait, though, because if Radio Sheffield are correct, it's going to be 15:15 that he gets officially announced with the website and everything. But I'll keep you updated on where we are with things.
Jamie Dumpling, thank you, my mate. Oh, I am absolutely. It's not often that I haven't got a lot to say, as you all know. But my word, Calvin Phillips. That is a levels signing. That is a levels signing. Batman Lou has been waving to me. What you got, pal?
Another deal hanging in the balance as we go into the deadline. Adam Armstrong has not completed his move to Wolves yet, so we're waiting to see if that's gone through from Southampton. Obviously, movement's going off there. There might be more than one deal confirmed by Southampton after the window shut. There's been a lot going on there, but yeah, waiting to see if he makes his move to Wolves.
Surely that's intertwined with the Strand Larsen leaving, though, isn't it? So if that's hit a hurdle or something like that, so.
Well, they confirmed Strand Larsen, according to Sky Sports, 8 minutes ago for £48 million. So they've obviously been waiting for that to go through.
Okay. Okay, nice. Right, thank you, Lou. Going straight to Gaz. How's it going, pal?
Yeah, not too bad. Bit of an update. I don't know what my teams are doing here, by the way. So Samodic now, the potential is the deal is potentially off with Derby. However, before this 1900 deadline, Wrexham were sniffing. Just for awareness.
Of course they were. Of course.
Yeah.
Do you know what, though? That would make sense with your Windass shout to Rangers because he plays in a similar position to Josh Windass. If Windass wants to go to Rangers, look, it's a very recent move, and he's only just gone to Wrexham, and playing well for Wrexham. But if he ends up going to Rangers for whatever reason, Smodics would be a like-for-like replacement, really.
Makes total
sense.
sense.
So thank you, Gaz. Keep us posted,
I
my
don't
mate.
want to talk about Calvin Phillips. I don't want to talk about anyone else now. Can we stop?
Oh, unbelievable, isn't it? Oh, mate. Right. Okay. Let's dive in. What else? Oh no, the Man Mountain's not letting me rest. How's it going, pal?
Well, I'm just going to let Lewis steal all my thunder with the Strand Larson announcement. Thanks a lot, mate. I thought it was Premier League, but never mind.
He's your partner in crime. He's a top 20 takes co-host. What can you say?
Yeah, he might get away with it. So just the detail on that is £48 million. We thought it was going to be more like 42. 48 million. I have to say, Wolves have done some serious business there to get 48 million for a man who hasn't been really doing it this year, but we'll leave the opinions to people who know best. They've also got a deal sheet in for Dwight McNeil. So it's the teams down at the bottom of the Premier League who are fighting to stay there. It's a bit of a dogfight at the bottom. It's a dogfight on deadline day. West Ham looking to shore up their defence with Axel Disasi as well from Chelsea. Apparently that deal is yet to be announced, and that is in the pipe for them as well. So all those teams down at the bottom that we're a bit fearful for, me and Lewis talking about week in, week out, they are making moves to try and ensure their Premier League status. Big gamble, obviously, because if it doesn't pay off, there's a big bill to pay for these wages, that's for sure.
Top man. Cheers, Paul. What an absolute legend. And as Paul stated there, they have been talking about these deals on Ramble FC, on Top 20 Takes, and all about the Championship. These have all been discussed. In fact, just jumping back to Lou, so I don't want to catch him off guard. Can you remember, mate, was it yesterday or the day before you reported on a short about Disasi?
It was a little bit longer ago than that, and I can tell you, I think it was the back end of last week. So that's been in the works for some time.
So all over it on Ramble FC. I just wanted to give you credit for being all over that like you have been all window. So thank you, my mate, for that, and I'll catch up with you soon. Oh, wowzers. What we got, lads? What we got? Look at who's that now? Who's that there?
It's raining. I'm cold. But if Radio Sheffield's right, we're doing it for 3 more minutes, and then I'm back in the car. So I'm doing it for the long haul, but my iPad's getting soaked.
Nice one. Love that. Okay, pal. Thank you for that. We'll be back to you soon. I'm sure I've just seen that the Man Mountain brought Boy Hill to London with him, but I can't see them both at the minute. They're out of shot. So I'm sure I saw Ronnie on screen there. Let's have a look. Is he there?
Yeah, I brought him down with me. He was shut down after school. So, yeah.
I tell you what, you've done well there. You've done well.
I just picked my mic up because I know you couldn't hear me when I didn't have it there.
All right. Yeah, because it's a real mic, isn't it? It's not a karaoke mic that's probably not even plugged in. Right, mate. I'll see you soon. You know how it rolls on the Ramble. I just want to say thank you again to Mr. Vancouver, who's gifted 5 Blades Ramble memberships. Absolute legend. It'll give you a little taster as to what it's like being part of our community. I have to say, all these boys that are taking part at the moment are... I nearly came on to you then, Lee. I saw that. I nearly came to you. All these boys that are taking part are Platinum Ramblers, and that's part of the opportunity that we try and offer people to be part of streams like this. So thank you to everybody that's taking part today. It's absolutely brilliant. Lee, we're not good for a wide shot, are we, at a minute? Just double checking. No? Okay. Just wanted to check. Jord Motson, he's the man on the mic. What we got, pal?
So I've just seen here that Millwall have turned down multiple bids from Ipswich for Femi Aziz, including an offer which would have amounted to a club record sale. Now, Romain Esse holds that record when he joined Crystal Palace for 12.25 million. So, yeah, this is coming from Dan Marsh, which is one I reported earlier on the Millwall one with the striker or winger to Oxford. But, yeah, they've turned down multiple bids from Ipswich for Femi Aziz, and it would have been a club record sale. So it would have been over £12.25 million.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Mate, that's crazy from both Ipswich to be dropping that on a potential rival player who's been very good this year. I'm not saying he's not worth it, but what a statement from Millwall as well to turn it down.
Absolutely. Well, they're in hunt for promotion, aren't they? So they obviously feel that if they lost him, it's a big player to lose in their promotion. So
shows great ambition from the club, though, doesn't it? When it's guaranteed money. Wow, thank you, Jord. Nice one. How are we going, lads? Everything all right? Any more news from anywhere? Am I jumping back into the comments? Okie dokie. Right. Let's see what we've got. I would love it if someone's got shirt and a tie on, then got football shorts on underneath. Right. I think there is no greater time to go back to Lee. What we got then, pal? No, you muted again.
I've got football shorts on, that's all. I was just answering.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I'm not standing up because I've got to put desk down. Huh? Go on then.
Hey up. Hey up. Hey up. Couldn't even see that. This wandering mic is crazy. Yes. Yes, Lee. Yes. Love that. Thank you, my mate. Won't even let him comment on the end of it. So, George Motson is waving to me a Calvin Phillips video. What we got, pal?
I'd rather it's more for Jamie. If he goes on X now, he'll see what United just posted. That's another new video.
Love that. Love that. Jamie Dumpling.
Breaking news coming out of Sheffield United. He knows what it means to be Yorkshire. Calvin Phillips has signed a contract with Sheffield United. The details are unknown currently, but I will find out and try and tell you. But that is confirmed. Calvin Phillips, welcome to Sheffield United.
What an absolute legend. Thank you. Jamie, did you ever think you'd be saying that on Blades Ramble?
I didn't think I'd be saying it in general, to be fair, let alone on Blades Ramble, outside of Shirecliffe in the pouring rain at what feels like about -3.
What has this channel become? Jamie, absolute legend. Thank you, my mate. We'll catch up with you. In fact, Jamie, get your Senate car, mate.
I have details now. I have details.
Okay.
Sheffield United's website, this is coming from. The Blades have made a late winter transfer window move for Yorkshireman Calvin Phillips. The 30-year-old, who has played 31 times for England, has agreed a loan until the end of the season from Manchester City. This goes on for a bit just about him. Yeah, that's it. Just a short loan move. But that has been confirmed until the end of the season for Calvin Phillips.
Wow.
Part-time.
Incredible. Get yourself in car, pal. Warm yourself up again because we might come back to you for a Rothwell announcement, might we? So catch up with you soon. Cheers, pal. Jamie Dumpling, absolute legend. Lads, what we got? Anything else? Anybody else anywhere? Nope. Right, okay. Let's have a little look into the comments. Loving this, lad, says Daz. Thank you, my mate. Papa Blade says, good job the Scottish lad retired from Sky Sports deadline day because he'd be under serious pressure from you guys. Top job, well done, lads. Phillips and Rothwell. It's a good day. I cannot believe we've signed Calvin Phillips. I can't believe it. And I think it's... Wow. Jamie was born to do this. I might have even got that in before. Van Blade, I'm going to put your comment up again. What a lad. Already made my evening. But I just want to say thank you because I've just had a notification to say you've jumped from being a Rambler to a Platinum Rambler. Thank you very much, my mate. We'll get you in the... you should have had an email that puts you into the Platinum chat. If you haven't, let me know and we'll get you in. Absolute top class. Thank you, my mate. Very much appreciated. May see you on one of these streams in the future. Best ramble ever, says Mark. Up the Blades and up the Ramble. I must say, it is one of my favourite ones that we've ever done this. It's brilliant. The only thing that would top it is to have my dad on as well as you boys, but he would not remember which team we were following and he wouldn't know where to look. He wouldn't be able to turn his laptop on. So shout out Andy the Blade, channel MVP. What an absolute ledge. Ramble is way better than Sky, says Bomber Clark. Love that. Thank you, my mate. Mr. V says, brilliant, Jimmy. Absolutely fantastic idea to split up the teams with the lads. Just a little disappointed with Dave the Nose Leary for not wearing a tie. Brilliant about that in the chat room. Yeah, I'm very disappointed. To be honest, Mr. V, if there was one man I thought we could rely on for a tie tonight, it was Dave Leary, and he's the only one to not participate. Gaz was very nearly missed the memo, but not only has he made up for it, he's come looking probably the most dapper out of the lot of us. Jord Motson and Mark Meldrew giving him a run for his money, undoubtedly. This is brilliant, says Donna. Well done to you all. Hope you're well, Donna. Thank you very much. This is top draw. Jimmy says, Wayne, absolutely brilliant. Me and wife watching this and loving it. It looks so professional. Oh dear, Jamie Dumpling is something else. He could end up working for Sky if he carries on like this. Come on, people, hit the like button for Jamie Dumpling. Absolutely right. Evening all says, Cola King, can you ask your Premier League correspondent if he has any news of any further transfer doings at the Villa? Going live to the Man Mountain in the Big Smoke. Anything for Aston Villa, pal?
No, sorry about that, mate.
Thank you to the Man Mountain. What a ledge. Looks like you need some Ramble cold weather merch. Yeah, love that. Oh, hang on. He's coming back. What we got, pal?
Well, we've just had Mateta is definitely staying at Crystal Palace. So now they've got Strand Larsen and Mateta and McNeil. So I don't know how they I don't know how they're going to put their team together because they've got a lot of forwards now to deal with at Crystal Palace. That's come through as well. So that's it. And we've just had our deal with for Calvin Phillips confirmed on Sky Sports by Ben Ransom. And I just thought, I hope we haven't been held to ransom on this one. And your banter about me not being professional, mate, is absolute garbage. I want you to know that, by the way. Ridiculous.
Is everybody twigging what he's doing there? Love that.
What?
Thank you, my mate.
You know what?
Nice. What a man. What a view. Tom says, just join. What's the updates on the Blade? Seen rumours of Leeds Mark II with who we're on about signing. Yeah, it's looking like that, but hey. This is fantastic, says DH. Well done to all the team, not even bothering with Sky Sports. This is all we need. Up the Blades, up all the Rambles. Love this, Jimmy, says Doug. Thank you, mate. Any reason why Jamie was outside? He's at Shirecliffe, pal. He's reporting live from outside Sheffield United's training ground. That is why he's been outside. He's now back in the nice warm car. You all right, Jay?
Yeah.
There we go. No, sorry, I'm going to go back to you. What did you say? Sorry, cut you off.
I was just going to say, just to keep people updated on Norwich City, it looks like if anything's going to get done, it'll be one more signing for them, Samfield. But again, that would likely be one of these signing sheets, whatever it's called. So that could go up all the way to 9 p.m. It depends on however long they feel like taking. They now have 2 hours to kill. So again, if anything does happen with that, I will keep you updated. Middlesbrough, dead silence. I think their night is potentially done, as Sonny Dieng is now no longer going to Feyenoord, and they've got Joe Wildsmith in on loan. So yeah, seems like Middlesbrough are done, but if anything does change, I will keep everything updated. But again, with United, nothing with Joe Rothwell yet.
Top man. Cheers, Jamie Dumpling. What an absolute ledge. Hit the like button, people. It's free, you know, says Luke. It certainly, as is the subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed and you enjoy what we do, we'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Action Location says, Jimmy, this coverage is way better than Sky. Absolutely brilliant. Up the top class Ramble. Nice. Thank you, mate. Jack says, Calvin hasn't played football for a long time. Lots of catching up to do. Very true. Very true. We have to balance that out as well. This has been a fantastic idea for a stream, says Sam, and very well executed. Well done, Jimmy, and well done, lads. Thank you. Sometimes what goes on in here, it can work when it spills out into there. Max says, well, I was right. Keep it up, Jimmy lad. Like and subscribe. Member for 25 months. Thank you, pal. I'm getting a wave from the Batman. What we got, pal?
I'm getting reports from one of my contacts, a diehard Bristol City supporter, who is getting some information about this Noah Ellie signing from New York Red Bulls. So
not what you know, is it?
It's not what you know. It's not what you know. He's not been completed yet, but he said he's confident it is going to be completed, and they've got till 9 to announce it. So he said 99.9% it's going to go through.
Nice. Thank you, my mate. Mark Meldrew, I'm going to check in with you because you've been dipping in and out of stream. You having connection problems, pal? Everything all right?
Yeah, volume, mate. I don't really know what's happening. I've tried headphones. I've tried phone. It's not having it.
All good. Can you hear me all right, though?
Yeah, I can do. Yeah, just a quick one. It's a little bit sort of connected to United. I've just found it as I've been sort of looking. Sounds like Aston Villa have had a loan agreement with Stockport for Louis Barry.
Yes,
which is interesting.
Right, okay. Yeah,
I've just seen that. So whether that gets done remains to be seen. So
thank you, my mate. Mark Meldrew back in the thick of it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Stu says, loving the live updates, the place to be for details that matter. Thank you, Stu. Stu. All with the Yorkshire accent for those of us that far from home. Up the Blades, up the Ramble, like and subscribe. Can I just mention, all our Ramble reporters have shirts and ties on, and our leader has just chucked a tie around his normal gear. Jimmy. That's not true, actually. Exhibit A. Hello, Exhibit A. He's not even watching. Not even watching.
Oh,
Hey, there we go. Oh, I'm getting a wave. Is it United news, Jamie Dumpling? A nod. What we got, pal?
Bit unfortunate news, unfortunately, regarding the winger. West Brom pages are pointing out the fact that Mikey Johnston is now staying. So it looks like that one is off the deal. So if we are getting a winger, potentially is clear. People are saying they may have seen him outside of the hotel, although I don't know why a guy at Barnsley would need to be put up in the hotel. So a bit strange, but Mikey Johnston looks like that is not happening now.
Okay, thank you, Jamie Dumpling. Much appreciated. Let's have a look. Any more news? Any waves, lads, coming my way? Mark Meldrew's. Oh no, he's there. He's still there. Someone's dropped off the stream. It's Jamie Dumpling. Jamie Dumpling has dropped off the stream. That's not a good sign. Please support the stream and drop a like, says Cuz. Thank you, my mate. We miss you, Blades, says Legion. Joe says, COH deserves some credit. Needs to be said, to be fair, Jim. Really putting their hands in their pockets, it must be said. Exciting times ahead for the summer window also. Up the Blades, up the Ramble, like and subscribe. I've got a shake of the head here from one of our Ramblers. I am going to bring him on screen to justify that because I'm with Joe. What are you saying, Lee?
I'm saying that basically they're getting themselves out of the hole they put us in.
Correct.
So,
Or do they not need credit for rectifying it?
Not yet, no, because they haven't rectified it. They've made a start towards it. That's all they've done.
It's one thing to make a huge mistake, which they clearly have done, or more than one mistake by not only sacking Wilder, but some of the business they did in the summer. That's all linked to the same thing. We cannot say they've not backed him in this window, really. With a signing like Calvin Phillips.
I'm not saying they've not backed him. I'm just saying, yeah, you know, they're moving in the right direction. I'm not giving no credit yet. They've got us in this mess. Well, let's see where we are at end of season and what they're doing in the summer. They're doing all right, but no, they've got us in it.
Harsh taskmaster. I'll come back to you. This is not over. Loving Lee's effort, says Raz. Absolutely right. Loving the deadline day special. Absolutely brilliant. Me and the missus are loving it. Keep up the good work, lads. Thank you, my mate. Mr. V says Calvin Phillips is an excellent signing. And if we get Rothwell too, it's a real statement of intent from the board and the manager that we're on a collision course for the playoffs. Mr. V has never given up on that, as we know, is a very positive Blade. Jamie, you back? Anything to report, pal? No? Okay. It was just coming back online. Anybody else got anything while I'm reading the comments? No? Oh, what's the view from the mountain?
Bit disappointing for Aston Villa. Apparently, according to a Twitter news aggregator, potentially, Ferran Torres was a target for them from Barcelona, and apparently there was an €80 million bid went in from Villa to get him there. Obviously, a side that's looking at the Champions League next season. Aston Villa were in the conversation for some big players last year when they signed Asensio and Rashford. Obviously, that helped them secure the place in the final spot in the league. Apparently, they went for Ferran Torres and it didn't quite come off, and that's a source for Cooler King, because he gives a lot to this channel, and I wanted to acknowledge Villa.
Thank you, my mate. Thank you. I'm just going to welcome onto the screen one of my pals, Cal Fowler. How's it going, mate?
Been better. Been a hell of a lot better, buddy.
Well, we are. Welcome to our deadline day special. I know when I sent you the link, you just sent me a question mark because you didn't know what we're going off. We're doing a deadline day special, and we've heard the news. We've heard the news. I wanted to do a bit of a welfare check on my mate. How's it going?
You wanted to do a welfare check, did you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
I bet you did, mate.
Yeah.
How's it going? He's really bad. That's what it is. He's really, really bad right now. He's never been worse.
So DKD has gone to Wrexham.
Yep.
£3 million, not the 5 that you said you wouldn't take a penny less than.
It's 4. I love you know it's 4.
Is it 4?
It's
Rising
2 million
to
up front, add-ons to 4.
So it's 2.
Whether them add-ons are, he's got to win Ballon d'Or. I don't know. But Wrexham have got to win Champions League, yeah.
Could happen, mate. If Josh keeps banging them in, it could happen. So DKD's gone.
Yep.
Anything else that's happening at Oakwell that we need to know?
Yeah, we've got Tom Bradshaw in.
Yeah. What do you think to that, by the way?
If we brought another 2 in as well, I'd be all right with it.
It replaces DKD to a degree, with a 9 that you said you wanted in.
But we've lost one as well. We've got... Look at your grin. I'll get you. I know where you live. We've got Tom Bradshaw and McGoldrick up front. And that's it. for the rest of the season.
Don't you dare disrespect Didzy. What's happening with Cleary? We need to know as Blades.
Yeah, I think you're waiting until summer, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. How much do you want for a minute, summer?
Well, club have said 8. Not that we'll say any of that, but club have said 8.
They took 2 for DKD. So what do you want for Cleary? 3?
4 for DKD, actually.
Very quick thoughts then, mate, because I'm sure you'll be doing a video on this. What's your thoughts to the window today? Because it's been crazy, hasn't it? Summit deals.
What, for you or for everybody?
Everybody, but Calvin Phillips to Sheffield United, a standout, surely.
Yeah, that's a big one. Where's that come from?
Left field, mate.
Do you think it were Peck replacement to start with? No. I saw Forest were looking at it.
Yeah, they were looking. It's Forest.
Oh, is that it? Just a bit of window shopping, like.
Well, you don't rate him, do you? So
I think he's good. I don't think he's good enough for Forest. I can see why they've looked and then thought, we've had a look now. We'll move on.
What's Phillips doing at Barnsley?
Yeah, probably. But yeah, Phillips is a good one if you get him over line. But then who's going to play when he's fit?
He's done. Is it
announced?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, good lad.
So it'll be him and Blaster, him and Peck. When
Gyro,
he's out injured for the next 2 or 3 weeks. So
there's got some depth in there now. There's no excuse.
No, they're in. Anyway,
can't blame sellers for this one.
Got to get back to my reporters, but thank you for jumping on, pal. And
no,
I'll catch up with you soon. I'll see you Wednesday.
You will.
Right, mate. Tell about Carl Fowler there, just giving his little piece on Barnsley's outgoings. I've got Gaz Dunn waving at me like a madman. I've got Job Motson waving as well. What we got, Gaz?
So, reported it earlier. You heard it here first on Blades Ramble earlier. Jacob Brown, done deal to Portsmouth from Luton. Done deal, mate.
Nice. Is that permanent? Is that a loan? Do we know?
Yeah, so it's a permanent move. That's what Peter O'Rourke is reporting on X.
Nice.
You heard it on the Ramble first. Sky didn't get it.
Top man. Oh, what a ledge. John Motson, what we got, pal?
So it's just a bit more news for the other side of Sheffield again. So it's Luton Town have reached a mutual agreement with Marvellous Nakamba to terminate his contract with immediate effect. Rob Staten has now posted out he will sign for Sheffield Wednesday, and this will be announced tonight.
You have a link to the other side of the city, not just your family, but your partner is a big Wednesday out, as we know. What's Mrs. Motson's thoughts on their transfer deadline day business?
I think she's past caring on what's going off this season. I think she's just trying to hope that they're still in business next season and not, another few players lost from squad so that they can start building.
I'm going to come back to you, mate, but thank you for that. Let me know when you've got anything else in. Lou, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done today, pal. I know you've got to shoot now, but thank you, pal, and I'll catch up with you in a bit.
See you, mate. Have a good one.
Top man, thank you, bud. Batman Lou, signing off for duty today. A well-earned rest. Jamie Dumpling is waving at me. Have we got an update on Sheffield United, pal? Oh, okay. I'll come to you anyway. Who have you got?
So, update on the Norwich City end. It looks like Sanfield is going ahead with that transfer to QPR. However, it is going to be a straight-up loan. No permanent transfer potentially available, but looks like it's still happening. It's just taking its time with that one. So, Norwich, even though it's only 7:30, don't go to bed yet. I don't know why you're going to bed at 7:30, but keep an eye out, because if you're a Norwich City fan, that signing looks like it will be happening. Just straight up normal loan. Middlesbrough, I think it's time to just call it a night. There is radio silence on every front. So unless Hayden Hackney leaves for whatever reason, yes, that is it. The iPad is running low on battery, by the way. So potentially I may drop off. That's because I'll be checking it on my phone. So I'll be coming back in.
Okay, no problem, Jamie. I'll catch up with you soon. Top man. Jamie Dumpling, what an absolute ledge. Bjorn says, I feel like I should be wearing a tie just watching. Yes, you should, mate. Let's keep the standards high. Sonny, who I asked about the Calvin Phillips deal and how he felt about it, says, I think Calvin Phillips is a massive signing, Jimmy. If we can get him back to the player we've all seen, will be a very dangerous side. He's also someone who makes every player around him better. Love that. Bomber Clark says, my dad saw Calvin playing for England and apparently thinks he's no good. I think he'll be a good signing, to be honest. Could probably hold down a first-team spot after the rust is shaken off. Yeah, Mark Meldrew giving us a wave. What you got, pal?
Just touching on that comment there, he got player of the year for England in 2021. So it must be decent.
Mark Meldrew coming in, dropping the facts. Love it. Love to see it. But it's opinions, isn't it? It's opinions. Absolutely brilliant. This says Will the Plug. Old school transfer deadline days. Jamie is absolutely smashing it. Joe says, car spotted at Shirecliffe. Hold the phone. Absolutely right. Tom Not From says, love this so much. Thank you, mate. It's absolute gold. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, says Michelle. Thank you. I'm going to skip over Bomber Clark's next comment. Can't wait for the next traffic report from Shirecliffe. There is a car on the road. Man Mountain's absolutely smashed this. Yeah, they're loving Mountain reporting from the big smoke. Let's have a look. What else have we got? There's some funny comments coming in. Can't stop smiling at this. Says free shots. Have you excelled yourself with this, Jimmy? It says Silent City. Thank you, mate. Can we get Calvin signed to the Ramble? Well, if Sheffield United can't afford him, I know we can't. Wavo says the new owners do know they don't have to wait until deadline day to sign players, right? Fair. Shame no wingers in this window. I think it's over now. After Phillips and Rothwell deals, it's done. Well, we haven't even announced the Rothwell deal yet, Scott. So we'll wait and see if that gets done. It doesn't look likely that there's any other deals for a winger going to happen. But we have got numbers. I heard Ellie the Elephant is available on loan with an obligation. Hope the Leeds United B team can get promoted. Wow. Ian says over 1,000 watching. Come on, hit the like button and it costs nothing to support this excellent content. Thank you, Ian, our gatekeeper. Man Mountain's just taking that. Were you that's on that, Man Mountain? Drunk with power. Unbelievable. Take it. I can click to hide current comment. Looks like a scout leader. My dad said that actually. He says, you get your bloody woggle on. Last time I wore this. Last time we're on a unbelievable. Let's have a look what else we got. Great stream, lad, says Beast Boy. Thank you very much. Oh, got some waves. Bold and brilliantly. What you got, pal?
I'm just doing it for Dave because he's not here anymore. It's Derby County. They've signed Utrecht left back Merkin. Derry Merkin from Dutchside Utrecht, 26-year-old, 9 appearances this season for the Eredivisie club, Colchester born, and moved to the Netherlands when he was 4. Just signed for Derby County.
Nice, mate. Thank you for that update. Making me a bit seasick, but I appreciate the news. Thank you, pal. Gaz Dunn was also giving me a wave. What you got, pal?
Yeah, I've got an outgoing at Wrexham to Cheltenham Town on loan for the rest of the season. So Harry Ashfield's off down to Cheltenham.
Nice.
So, yeah,
thank you,
done
mate.
deal.
Very good. Thank you, pal. Any more, lads? Any more for any more? We're getting back into the comments. Okie dokie. Reckon Phillips coming allows Arblaster to slow it down a bit, says Matt. Maybe back with the 21s. I certainly think it slows down his involvement. Yeah, I don't think it'll be to the 21s. He's a first-team player. He might make the odd appearance if we're really sort of staggering his recovery. But I think we're too far gone on his road to recovery, if that makes sense. I think he'll just get more limited minutes now, which is better for his overall health, if you like. Let's have a look where we are. I'll tell you what, I'm miles behind on some of these. Window closed, says Bri. That shows where we are, 37 behind. Gav Cam says, everyone looks like they've just got in from court. Well, you know. Peak says, I've been smiling all the way through this. So unramble, so professional. Lads look smart. JD, what a legend. If there was a time you wanted Mrs. Mountain to pipe up, it was now in the city. I know. Joe says, if this is what Mrs. Ramble is now contributing with her new role, we're all here for it, Jim. Been classmate. Absolutely brilliant stream. An idea to do this. Thank you, mate. Jamie Dumpling is furiously waving at me. What we got, pal?
It's an update on the Middlesbrough end. Just like I had been suspicious of, that is it. Joe Wild-Smith is the only name that has been signed today. And it turned out that Cameron Archer and Joe Perot were never borrow targets for January. So just a bit of progress on Middlesbrough. That is it. So
Thank
just
you,
Norwich left to announce their one signing and Sheffield United to do maybe a few more.
Top man. Cheers, Mr. Dumpling. What a ledge. Just looking around for any more. No, we're good. Tim says, one of our Platinum Ramblers says, this has been a brilliant stream, boys. Absolutely loved it and caught you live for a change. See you all at the Triple Point, Tomoz. You certainly will, pal. There's a few now saying Calvin Phillips announced. Get in. Wow. I'm the same, Danny. Wow. One of the best streams in footy stream history, this, lads. You are all legends. Up the Blades, up the flipping Ramble. I have absolutely loved this stream. Absolutely loved it. Mark Meldrew's giving me a wave. What we got, pal?
Just a bit more news coming out of Stoke. One of their former players, Andre Vidigal, has signed for Wycombe Wanderers on a free transfer.
Nice. Thank you, my mate. Much appreciated. Jordan Motson also with a little wave.
Yes, it's just an update on the Marvellous Nakamba deal. Sheffield Wednesday have now announced that it says the Owls have signed Zimbabwe international Marvellous Nakamba on a free transfer. The experienced defensive midfielder joins Sheffield Wednesday for the remainder of the current season. So it's only till the end of the season, but I'm guessing that will be with a view to extending that deal if they so wish and if the player wishes as well.
Marvellous. Thank you, my mate. That is Marvellous Nakamba, who once played for Aston Villa, obviously has been other places as well. Couldn't get in the Luton first team in League One this year. Jimmy, excellent content as always, says Shoaib Ahmed. Why do we always wait until deadline day to make any signings? I know. I think it's where all this sort of everything starts to move into it, essentially. That's when it all starts to happen. Tex says, I'm concerned about fair play rules going forward for the next 3 rolling seasons. The only thing I would say, you're right to have certain concerns, and I too me and Dave were both in the boat of let's be sensible this window, but now we've rolled the dice a little bit, we've got to enjoy it. I think we've got to enjoy it, and if it means that we pay for it later on, then that may be the case, but I'm going to enjoy having a really strong team at the level for the second half of the season, so we'll wait and see. Cal isn't going to be happy with DKD gone. We've just seen that. Announced promotion, says Joe. Absolutely brilliant. Cuz has got a gifted membership. Love to see that. A Leeds boy. Thank you, Mr. V. Says Sonny, who's a Platinum Rambler. We're very appreciative. These are randomly allocated gifted memberships. So sometimes they drop on people who are already Ramblers and things like that. But thank you, Mr. V. It's very much appreciated. Gaz says Jamie Dumpling is the new Chris Kamara. No offense. No. Anyway, Hulk Hogan's in the conversation. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside. Been watching all along the stream, boys. It's been excellent. A brilliant watch, and well done to all the boys involved, with a special mention to Jamie Dumpling for his outside broadcast. Oh, my word. If you hurt my friends, you hurt my pride. Here's one of them, Dad. For those that don't know and don't often visit us, this is Andy the Blade, my dad, who's changed his profile picture, and he now looks like a real American. Anyone got any recommendations for a hotel around Wembley in May, says Sonny. Getting all goosebumply about it. Love that. Phil says, hello, Jimmy. What an amazing show. Sky Sports could learn a lot from this channel. Wow, that's ridiculous. You and the lads should be proud tonight up the Ramble. Daniel says 48 million for Wolves is pretty much a full team rebuild next season. Yeah, that's not bad. Sorry, Gaz. Jamie Dumpling's waving. I've got a call. What you got, pal?
It's only a quick one. I hate this club. They've waited 30 minutes to upload the second batch of pictures of the Yorkshire Polo, knowing that we're waiting for Joe Rothwell. What? Do it within the next 5 minutes.
Don't be annoyed. Don't be. Just enjoy it. Enjoy being dangled and being, just them playing around with you. Look, the way I see it, Jay, in all honesty, is Joe Rothwell would be a bonus. I am not going to lose sleep tonight if Rothwell doesn't get done. Doesn't mean I wouldn't want him, but with Calvin Phillips, a done deal, it would have been more frustrating the other way around if Joe Rothwell had been confirmed and we're waiting and we're wondering if Calvin gets done. Calvin Phillips, the statement signing of the window has been done. So I'm good. So I implore you to be the same, pal, if you can be. Are you nice and warm, by the way, now?
I've turned the engine on because I'm worried, because I've had to charge the iPad. I'm worried the car's going to go flat. So I've got the engine running to make sure the car doesn't go flat. So it's a balanced act, proper DIY, but we're moving and we're warm.
Love that. See you soon. Cheers, man. Nice one. And the busiest man of the night, I'm returning to Gaz Dunn. What we got, pal?
Yeah, so I'm actually covering one here for good old Dave Leary because he's obviously busy tonight.
Yeah, he really knows.
Totally understandable, by the way. And I've now just scrolled down. So Watford, they're hoping to complete a deal for Pierre Acquaye from Saint Etienne before the deadline. It's a loan deal with an option to buy for €6.5 million, so £5.6 million. And Portsmouth are playing with me. They've just put on their Twitter account, saluting with the wrong hand because it's a left hand. But that's all they've done. So there's something coming from Portsmouth. So I'll be back with you soon to be live on the Blades Ramble. Let's go.
Thank you, my mate. Oh, Gaz, you'll do for me. You'll do for me. Will says, yellow tie. Stock's going up from this stream. Go on, lads. Jamie Dumpling, what a hero. I love the Phillips move, says Alessandro. Add Rothwell too and see what else the we're not done alludes to. Maybe a winger. Love this version of Deadline Day 2. Up the Ramble, up the Blades. Scott Morton says, this is fantastic stuff. Well done to everyone taking part. They scrub up very well. Thank you, Scott. You have got the chance. You are a Platinum Rambler, my mate. You have the chance to be involved in this if you choose to be. We'll have to wait till the summer, obviously. Ben says, is there anything about Mikey Johnston bid from the Blades? Is it true or not? Jamie Dumpling updated us on that earlier. He'd caught an update from the West Brom end to say Mikey Johnston was staying at the club. Gaz is again waving at me. What you got, pal?
Yeah, so I've got a done deal going out at Wrexham. Ryan Hardy has joined Huddersfield Town on loan for the rest of the season. Done deal. And that was only 2 seconds ago, so Sky even got that, Jimmy. So please Ramble first again.
Hey, what a legend. He were going to Bolton this afternoon, as far as I were aware.
Yeah.
That's a great deal at League One level. I'll tell you what, Huddersfield.
Watch out.
Watch out, mate. Watch out. Thank you, Gaz. Brilliant. The Ramblers love the hard work and commitment, love being a Plat Rambler, and the community. If we get these signings up we go. Thank you, mate. Hjelde will be a good signing for you. Can play left back and centre back, says Cuz. I don't know, I don't know. I'm not convinced on it as a look. I think it's backup / competition for Burrows. Here he comes again. Look what we got, Gaz.
I feel so bad,
Hey, it's all right, mate. I love it. This is what
done deal. Jacob Brown has signed, confirmed on their website 48 seconds ago. You hear it first on the Brave Ramble.
Nice. Thank you, Matt. Is that to Portsmouth?
Yeah, to Portsmouth from Luton Town.
From Luton.
Like we reported here earlier.
Love that. Top man. Cheers, Gaz. Unbelievable. Andy says, who needs Sky when you've got the Ramble? Absolutely right. Rothwell next. 1.1 watching, says Mr. V, 1,100 people. Hit the thumbs up and the subscribe to the best award-winning Blades content online. Thank you, my mate. Sonny says there's a video of a player walking into a hotel who looks like Cleary. Don't shoot the messenger, but that's what's circulating from X. I'm not shooting the messenger, pal. Don't you worry about that. Carlo says, absolutely brilliant, this, boys. What a signing, says Neil. Rumours of us getting a 20-point deduction. Yeah, all right. Slade says, done deal on Sky Sports. City to pay the bulk of the wages, believe it to be in the region of 150k a week. Wow. So even if we're playing 20% of that, it's a huge investment into it. Tim says, Jamie is the DB. I knew that anyway. We know what that stands for, don't we? But it's a family channel. Knew that anyway, but now it's 100% confirmed. Bryce says, this is without a doubt one of, if not the best show we've ever done. Well done to all the team. Remember that stream with Luca Bendoni? All for Godfrey. What a time. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Scott says, where's the winger from Barnsley? We're waiting. We'll wait and see what happens. The Meat says, Man Mountain in London and Jamie outside Shirecliffe. Sky Sports, eat your heart out. London looks a bit sparse at the minute, but we'll wait and see. Couldn't you get Jamie a Ramble coat for the rain from the academy? He's a star. He's got his coat on. Don't worry about that. We'll look after him. Leeds didn't sign Haaland. Connor's having a cow. Oh, who's bothered about that? Who's bothered? Brilliant this from the Ramble. Roving reporter, says Dave Morwood. Up all the Rambles, up the Blades, up the +6. Jamie, stop complaining about the cold. You'll be very hot soon. Yes, he will. That's true. Jamie on his way to Oz. Jared saying Stuart Dallas and Alioski in. We'll have to wait and see. What we got, Gaz?
Yeah, so God, you call it wavy. It looks well bad, doesn't it? So yeah, another one for Derby on behalf of Dave the Nose. They've just got in on a permanent deal from FC Utrecht. They have got left back Derry Merkin. So done deal.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Lee, did you know that?
Yeah, that's that one. It must be his twin brother, the one that I did about 15 minutes ago.
Gaz, you've been so engrossed in what you've been doing. Lee announced that about 20 minutes in. But thank you, pal.
Absolutely had my eyes out as well, I did.
Mate, love this. Love this. Great show. Congratulations, everyone. Best channel without a doubt. Up the Ramble. Like and subscribe. Thank you, Grace. Much appreciated. Have we signed Rothwell or no? Not yet, Scott. Nothing announced. Jamie Dumpling is on the case. Home Funk says, creasing at Jamie Dumpling, dressed like he's just been a best man. It's a yellow tie, Dumpling. No, to be fair, we did all agree that I would be the yellow tie man because I'm the Jimmy White. But then everybody were going to wear a normal one, and then Lou turned up in a like a gold tie to usurp me. But fair dues. Gary Goals to Grimsby Town, my mate who works down Grimsby Dock says, that's why you're not reporting, Home Funk. You're just spamming us. Chrissy will get a tune out of Calvin. That's for sure. Buzzing signing, says Rossi. Leeds 2.0. Yeah, it's looking very similar to a Leeds team. 1,000 live viewers is mental, mate. It's crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Pablo Hernandez has retired. Sorry, Blades. Yeah, fair. Aid says Hjelde, Shacks, Bamford and Phillips. Is Sheffield United just taking former Leeds players? It looks like it. Rick says, worries me the signings made today. Haven't played much football and will be on big wages. Feels like a waste of money. That's the other side of it, isn't it? As a fan, I'm excited, but there'll be some that look at it from the business end and do have concerns. Davey says, just got in late. Glad to see so many yellow ties. Well done, guys. Great effort. Thank you, mate. Mikey says, I guess that bleach was correct after all. Renegade. Reneges, says John Asquith, the best business coach around, by the way. Sorry for interrupting your session 3 or 4 times today. Wilder's apparently on a Zoom with Bielsa. Love that. Paul says, great job and thank you to all for this. What a signing for us in Calvin Phillips in CK. It's got to be Calvin Phillips you're talking about, surely. Just imagine if managers were only allowed to move in transfer windows. Papa Blade says 100% agree with Lee. Good start from COH to repair the damage they caused, but reserve judgment until after the summer, especially if we don't go up. This might be John's original point. Remember, Gyro hasn't played a lot of football here. Feel a little Wilder magic here with Phillips. Even John's getting excited again. Calvin Phillips has issues. Is he fit? Well, a lot of reporting that he is fit. We already had that said. And Aid rightly saying Bamford hadn't played any minutes when he signed, and look at the impact that he's had. Absolutely right. If we can get it right, and it's still an if, could be an incredible signing. What we got? Fowler has to be livid. We've just had him on. Callum's going to scrap Park for taking Keeler done. That'd be Parky, won't it? Thoughts go to Cal Fowler for losing DKD and potentially Cleary. This is the best ramble ever. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Thank you, Tim. I've been really excited to do this one because I had a feeling it had come off really well. It were only something that we put together really late. I had an idea a couple of days ago. Dropped a few lads a message if they'd be interested. And yeah, Jamie straight away says, I can go to Shirecliffe if you want. What? You can what? Yes, mate. If you're happy to do that, get yourself there. Try again. Clumsy Thumbs. Yes, KP hasn't played much in the last 12 months, says John, but neither are Gyro or Bamford. Feel a little bit of Wilder magic here. Yeah, Rammerman, I'm not having that. That's abuse. I think that's what Man Mountain put on the screen earlier. Just one of George Moxon having a bun there. Yeah, whatever. What would it make?
Garlic bread, that.
Oh, garlic bread. It's the future. Oh, we got something. Jamie's at United? No. Go on then, what we got?
It's not one of my teams related. It's just something I've come across on Radio Sheffield I found quite funny. The big statement coming out of the Sheffield Wednesday news signing is, I'll probably be the fastest player they will see. That is a big statement. Wow.
Thank you, Jamie. Unbelievable. Mark Meldrew, you were waving as well. What we got, pal?
We're just more concerned that George Motson had got some of them buns again and he'd not been sharing them out, you know what I mean?
George, anything to no, he's too busy stuffing his face, Marco. Lee's waving at me. What we got, pal?
Just for Jamie's point, remember Ollie Burke were fast. That's all you've got to say.
Got a little giggle at you there, didn't it, Jamie? Yeah, that's fair.
A little. Oh,
nice. Right, okay. From an owl. Oh, nice. Fab, fantastic job you guys have done. Thank you, mate. You're giving off some outrageously good stream. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Wilder will get a great tune out of Phillips. Fred says this is great fun, lads. Well done. Thank you, mate. Worked out very well, this Jimmy, and well done to all involved. Fantastic. Thank you, Nige. Not long to go. I'm not bothered about that. Love this, Jimmy says Kickboxing Blade. I have to say, I think this is the best stream I've seen on the Ramble. Thank you, mate. you mean on the internet? Maybe. I'm only joking. Leo Hjelde, hope he does well. Says return at Jedi. Leo Hjelde, hope he does well. As much as you've got your medicine last season, love the fellow red and whites. Thank you, mate. Pete says, great content, Jimmy. You have got to repeat this in Jan. In summer, I think you mean, but yes, we will, mate. We will. As I say, we're only really thrown together, but I think it's worked fantastically well. And if you want to be involved, you have to become a Platinum Rambler, won't you? So Danny says midfield is absolutely stacked now, but still think we're short on wingers. Absolutely brilliant. Phillips signing. Just hoping not a sign of Peck leaving. Great deadline day show. Loving it. Up the blades, up the Ramble. Thank you, my mate. Jamie is honestly Cammy's long lost son. How he presents reminds me of a young Cammy. It's a big compliment, by the way. Let's get Cammy and his contacts getting Jimmy a job with Sky reporting. Thank you, mate. Gav says, I'll take being called the Leeds B team. If you can't beat them, join them. It worked out well for them. Izzy must be a Borough fan, going to Sheffield United away on Monday. Is Peck staying, Jim? It looks like it, Fred. Looks like it. I'll ask our roving reporter, Jamie Dumpling. Is City Peck staying at Sheffield United this window?
The last I heard about City Peck and any potential interest was hours ago. And it sounded like I may have gotten it wrong at the time, where it wasn't even a bid. It was just interest. And the potential turn the right. I need to get this camera better on me. It looked like they probably were more interested in other targets, and City Peck was on the list and they were interested, but they decided not to go with him. But yeah,
Forest,
Forest, and there's just been nothing for a good 6 or so hours. So that is pretty much guaranteed not to happen. It looks like we're not having any other outs apart from Matos, as I said at the start of the stream when I've stood outside still, where he may be going off late.
Top man. All right, cheers, Jay. Speak to you soon. I'm getting a shake.
Team peace.
Finley says, I've heard some lad called Sterling could be available on a free. Don't know much about him, but I heard he knows Agent Bamford. Offer him a decent wage and maybe. No, we're not going to spend any more money like that, I don't think, this window. Paul says, how about managers only allowed to change in the transfer windows? Up the blades. Great job today. Thank you, Paul. Up the Ramble. Jimmy, when are the players signed eligible to play? It's usually lunchtime on the working day before. So Calvin won't be available for Oxford. Hjelde, it depends on when he signed. I know it was announced this afternoon, but if he signed before 12, he might be eligible to be in the squad. Hi, Jimmy. Hope you're well. Great stream, says Kel. On the deadline day, let's get some great players up the blades, up behind the Ramble. Thank you, Kel, for drawing attention to that. Is it me or does Jamie Dumpling look like Chris Barry from Red Dwarf? Rimmer? Do you even know who Rimmer is from Red Dwarf, Jamie?
I've never seen Red Dwarf, so no.
Get off my screen. What we got, Jord?
Yes, it's just an update on the
indigestion. But what we got?
Yeah, I've got some Rennies on me. That's what it is. Apart from other things that were reported, there's been an extension to the Imaku deal. You know, for from Millwall to Oxford.
Yes.
So an extension has been granted. So they've had the deal sheet in, and EFL have granted the extension for him to sign him. So I'm guessing all parties are positive on completing the deal. He'll be now heading down to Oxford for a medical if he wasn't already there. So I'm guessing that is close to being completed.
Love that. Thank you, Geordie boy. Let's have a look. Thank God Mikey Johnston didn't leave us because I was really stuffed, says the West Brom fan. Isn't Worrell supposed to be linked? It was linked. I'm not sure how accurate that was. Kel says, Jimmy, is Gus going or is he staying? Up the blades, up the blades Ramble. Like and subscribe. Let's get this channel to 11k. Thank you, Kel. I don't know. Gus won't be going this. I don't think we see any more outs this window. I think we're waiting to see if Joe Rothwell will be announced, and that might be it. Just joined any transfer news, guys? Joking. Brilliant show. Jimmy, are we going for it? Says Ray. It looks like we might be, pal. Looks like we might be. Cooler King saying, have we missed out on Ferran Torres? Yeah, the Man Mountain reporting that you have missed out. Philippe says, Jamie Dumpling has a touch of the Alan Partridge with his outside broadcasting. I don't know how to do it. I don't have to do that impression, but yeah, you're right. Let's be right. We've kept Gus and Siddy as well, says Scott. Wolves need to sell for 150 million or more. Phillips has done nothing in ages. The last time he did something was at Leeds, says the West Brom fan, who would definitely take him in their side. Come on, let's be fair. Let's be fair. Joe says, joined Platinum a couple of days ago, and this stream alone has been worth it. Loved it. Up the Blades Ramble. Thank you, Joe. Much appreciated, pal. Fred says, brilliant. The positivity amongst fans tonight. Just set up for tomorrow night. Clever. Well done to all involved, says Dave Oxley. Another one of our latest Platinum Ramblers. Can't wait till the summer deadline day. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Excited for Wembley in mid-May. Jim says, free shots. A lot of Blades misses us tying ties today.
Trying to hit me tea. I even get Oxford news. Disgusting. And my tie, actually. I did it myself.
Yeah.
First time ever tying a tie. I think I've done a grand job.
Did Mark Meldrew talk you through it?
I'm not giving him any credit. No.
Okay.
Did it myself.
Wait. Jamie Dumpling's waving. Hang on. It's a frantic wave. I'll be back to you, Jord. What we got, pal?
Statman Jack has just sent me this in the Platinum chat. I don't know how real it is, but there is an announcement expected soon for Joe Rothwell, to keep an eye out. And he said soon. I don't know when it was tweeted. There's been nothing yet, but when they say soon, it could be the next half hour or so. I hope nothing goes flat because my phone is now on 6%. So we're on ground zero.
Okay, mate. Okay, you get that phone charged up in your car. Get the charger plugged in, and we'll come back to you soon. All right, pal. Tom says, how on earth do we go up from here? Slightly scared for the summer deadline. Do you mean in terms of the stream? Don't know, pal. Evening, Jimmy. Hope the ex-Leeds players do the business for your playoffs if possible, says Rich. Oh, my goodness. Jack says we just turned into a Leeds nursing home. That's disgraceful. David says, loving the show, sitting with a Man City fan who has his own thoughts on Phillips. My wife and daughter also watching and loving Jamie Dumpling's name. Did you tell them the story behind Jamie Dumpling's name, David? I'm not sure whether you're aware of that, to be honest, but there is a story behind it. Just as Bald and Brilliant Lee waves. What we got, pal?
It's Derby County. They've signed a left back, Derry Merkin, from on a contract until 2029.
Hey, I'm just going to bring my mate in. He's not having that, Lee. He's not having. That's disgraceful, isn't it?
That is absolutely disgraceful.
I thought you were pal.
Yeah, no, it's okay. We can talk about it later.
You're in bother. Unbelievable. Hats off to all the Ramble team. Absolutely brilliant, says John Asquith. Pointless watching Sky Sports News anymore. Cracking work. Yes, I know I've nailed it when my business coach tells me I've nailed it. That is spot on. Andrew says, could we get Ryan Kent on a free as the winger we need? We could. No, thank you. Tracy says, wow, who needs soaps of an evening? Very entertaining evening. Well done, up the Blades. Like and subscribe. Phillips to get the golden boot. Golden boot, yes, love that. Loving Sid the Sloth. Sid the Sloth? I'm not sure. I think we're just about I'm getting caught up on these comments. I'm getting quite excited. All Therapy says, rumour has it Rothwell has failed a medical. Just going on what a Rangers fan has said. Interesting. Wilder must think Ogbenny can still do a job. I'm not sure about that. I just think he's here anyway, isn't he? Thom says, Jim, gents, best stream I've ever watched on here. Who would have thought listening to Dumpling talking about cars would be so entertaining? John says, Wilder will get a tune out of Phillips just like he got a tune out of Jack Rodwell and Ravel Morrison. Yeah. Great stream, lads. Just need the window to shut with no unwanted exits now. Up the Ramble. Thank you, John. Sarcastic tone. Understandable. There will always be misses. But when you're talking about those, you have to include the hits as well. How many players has he actually got a tune out of that you didn't expect him to? And there are plenty examples of that. Calvin Phillips in red and white. I feel queasy. Oh, was that away from Mark Meldrew? No, it's away from Jamie Dumpling. What we got?
Just checking. Can you still hear me okay?
Oh, what are you doing? Yes, we can. Don't tease me with a Sheffield United.
No, I have got news. It's not Rothwell, though, which is a bit interesting. And I won't reveal the source, but I'm hearing that Matos has a deal sheet.
For?
No idea. But if he's out, that leaves room for new signings. So potentially and outgoing through Sheffield United. I will keep everything posted though.
Thank you, Jamie. I would say I would not. I don't think Wilder considers Matos a first teamer anyway at the moment. And Phillips coming in bumps Matos down even further. So even if Matos is on the way out, it doesn't guarantee to me that Rothwell's coming in. It does look likely that Rothwell could still get done, but I don't think it's Matos out dependent, if that makes sense. Marco, were you giving me a wave, pal? What we got then, mate?
So just one coming out of St Andrews on behalf of Dave the Nose, because obviously he's not here.
Yeah,
Birmingham have signed former Coventry right back Jonathan Panzo from Rio Ave for a nominal fee. He signed a short-term contract till the end of the season, subject to international clearance.
Nice. Thank you, mate. Oh, so good, this stream. This is now one of my favourite Blades Ramble shows, says Jackson. Hope to see it again. Up the Blades, up the Ramble, and up the best reporter and car watcher, Jamie Dunplain. Yes. And Robin is very disappointed that you've not seen Red Dwarf. It's all on BBC iPlayer. Is it all on there? I thought it was just series 1 to 8. It's life-changing. Jamie Dunplain. He's got... Oh, no. Oh, no. We'll have to come back to him. He's back. Jamie Dunplain.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Any news?
No, that's probably just been. If I keep dipping out, that's why. Because I'm checking.
Robin is just saying that he can't believe you've never seen Red Dwarf. It's all on BBC iPlayer. I would suggest you load them all up for a watch on the plane over, and you will not be disappointed. All right.
Nah.
Oh, okay. Jamie Dumpling is also good at traffic reports around the Shirecliffe area, says Brian. Anne says, very exciting show, Jimmy and the team. Enjoyed every minute. Such professionalism. Keep us all up with the latest news. A great idea, Jim. Best yet, up the Blades, up the Ram. I think it's gone pretty well tonight. Daz says, great work, lads. Been stuck in traffic over an hour on the way to work. Great to take my mind off it. Up the Blades, up the Ramble from another one of our Platinum Ramblers. Top man, Daz. Rothwell done, says Mike. This has been the best stream ever, says Jim the Blade. Thank you, mate. Loving the stream, says Eastburn. Watched it from minute 1. Best football channel around. Up the Ramble of the Blades from Rich, a.k.a. Holly. As if I've not known that you were Eastburn, Rich, when you were commenting. And why aren't you involved in this stream, by the way? Let's have a look. I don't know if this is a really clever marketing tactic from All Therapy Physiotherapist, who says, ignore that massage. I see what you've done there. Yeah, I'll read it out because it's a good pun, even if it is free advertising. Tom Denton says, if we get Rothwell 2, what's your outcome now on the playoffs, Jimmy? Can we get there? Like and subscribe. I think we can. Whether we will or not is the question. I think we have a much better chance now we've signed Calvin Phillips than we did without him, if that makes sense. But I also think we were very strong in centre midfield anyway. It just gives us better options. So, like, if Gyro's fit, and hang on, Jamie Dumpling's there with a symphony. Go on, mate. What you got?
Just on Cleary. So the video that went round of saying, "Oh, it might be him at the hotel," that is now being deleted. So it looks like it wasn't him in the end. Again, I don't know why a player that's currently at Barnsley, probably living there, would go to the hotel. But yeah, looks like that one's not happening now.
Okay, mate. Okay, thank you, my mate. Rothwell soon, says Scott. Yeah, I get that vibe too. Any news on a Derby left back? Heard they were after someone. Lee? Oh, you're muted.
They've signed 3.
3 left backs. Who else have they got?
A left back from Utrecht, another left back from Utrecht, and his triplet from Utrecht.
Right, and what's his name?
It's not on screen anymore. But
Merkin.
I'm glad you've come to me. Covering for Dave for Birmingham City.
Yeah.
Jonathan Panzo has signed from Rio Ave in Portugal for a nominal fee. Short-term contract till the end of the season.
Is that a joke?
Of course it is.
I hope so. Unbelievable. Marco, what are we saying?
Come on, Lee.
This is quickly descending into chaos, lads.
I have got some news, though.
Oh, go on then. I think, Gaz, have you got some as well? Oh, hang on. Can I come back to you in 2 seconds? I don't know what Gaz is trying to say. It's going a little bit odd. Thank you, mate. Sorry, Gaz, what were we saying, pal?
If Lee's going to take the mic, He's at least got to remember his player. He's got to remember the player, hasn't he? So it's Derry Murky, mate, and it's a permanent deal from Utrecht.
I'm going back to a man with some news. Thank you, Gaz. Sorry, Marco. I thought it was serious. Thought he might have been saying he's going because we were waving furiously. Go on, what are you saying, pal?
Derby have signed Derry Murky.
You're honestly. They've done me again. Fantastic stream, mate, says Brett. Loved it. Promotion pushes on. Now will you start to believe my 3-0 predictions? 3-0 again. Ole, ole. If the dumpling needs a jump start later, I'm available. Thank you. Cooler King says, how much do you reckon Phillips will be on? Any news from the dumpling? I reckon, well, there's been quotes that he's on 150 grand a week at City. I reckon we're paying probably about 30 grand of it, probably. If Cooper gets injured, we have no realistic backup. That may cost us, says Eric. Could have done with a backup goalkeeper coming in. That's true. I think you can always look at every area and say we could have potentially done a little bit more here or there. Nobody really has a perfect window, do they? But Matos to Rotherham, I hear. Matos to Rotherham, says Jack as well. Cracking stream, lads. Up the blades, up the ramble, says Scott. Nailed on for the next content awards with this one, Jimmy, says Ian. Up the blades, up the ramble, like and subscribe. Thank you. Hang about. What we got here, Jamie Dumpling?
So it looks like the official announcement is now imminent. We love that word for Joe Rothwell. The medical has already been done. So keep an eye on that one. I'm guessing if it's going to be announced, it'll be about 8:30.
Where's the source?
It's someone that covers Rangers, Tottenham, and West Ham. He's got 3,000 followers on Twitter, but it does sound quite accurate. And I believe, if I remember right, Liam Simcox, who posted about United sharing at 7:15 about Phillips, which did happen. He retweeted that. So from the sounds of it, that does sound accurate, despite the follow count being a bit off.
Okay. Thank you, my mate. Much appreciated. According to Connor, latest tweet things have got worse for him. Maybe Barnsley. According to Connor's latest tweet, things have got worse for him. For who? Great stream, lad, says Lee Blade. Thank you, mate. Rothwell done from the Rangers end, says Shoaib. Matos to Dinnington Town. Who would have thought would have been signing an England international in this window? Unbelievable. Great show, lads. Thank you, Raymondo. Hope you're good, mate. Phillips is a Yorkshireman and will play the way all Yorkies do. Plus, him and Paddy were Bezies at Leeds. Well, now they're Bezies at the Blades. Love that. I was just saying earlier, I hated that Leeds team. They were our rivals. They were our fierce rivals that season. And now we've gone and taken two of the best players out of it. Yes, it's obviously years on as well, and they're not quite at the peak like they were at Leeds, but now I've got to love them both. It's a strange thing. Pat's already turned us, hasn't he? Hi, Jimmy. Deadline day special. Brilliant, says Rich. Best you have done and very entertaining. Up the blades, up the ramble. Like and subscribe. Return at Jedi says, need to make Jamie Ladd on Blades Ramble. That is dedication for you covering the final hours. Not watching Red Dwarf is criminal. I would agree, Ed. No USB for charging in his 98 Fiesta. Give the man a raise. Heard Rothwell is done. And a kid from Chelsea. Jamie Dumpling is the star of the show tonight. Up the blades, up the ramble. Some very blurry, inconclusive footage of supposedly Cleary walking into our establishment, says Will the Plug. Message, my bad. Don't worry about that. Carlo says, hi, Jimmy. As luck would have it, I'm up in Leeds tomorrow. I might take a pot of red paint up with me to paint some red stripes on that big daft Calvin Phillips mural. Up the blades, up the ramble. Martin says, Blades certain for playoff final. Wife's booked the holiday again. You've got to love her. Not. Gaza says, all making a bit of a sea of themselves covering murky. Oh, dear me. Jimmy, I have breaking news. Derby have signed a left back from Utrecht. Oh, interesting. Jordan Motson's waving. What we got, pal?
Yep. Just some news coming out of Oxford. So Matt Phillips has had his contract terminated.
You got a bit there, sorry.
Yeah, I'm there, and then I could just So Matt Phillips has had his contract terminated by mutual consent.
He's got to be going somewhere then, because they won't be just getting rid of him. He's a player. Him. Okay, I'm getting a couple of shakes, but Lee was first up. Cheers, Geordie boy. What we got, pal?
It's a departure at Charlton. It's the young boy, Kiroi Anderson, the Jamaican international, is moving to Blackpool for the remainder of the season on loan.
Nice. Thank you, my mate. We've got our London reporter reporting on the Premier League, Paul the Man Mountain. What have we got, sir?
Well, just want to say it's 1-0 to Sunderland in their game. They've already took the lead, proved the Ara, 1-0 already. The season rolls on, undefeated at home this season. That piles on for them. We heard about Derby signing 3 left-backs. It's catching in the East Midlands. Forest have signed Luca Netz, the left-back from Borussia Mönchengladbach. And they're also after Arnie Engels from Celtic as well. They've apparently had a £25 million bid rejected, and I think that's the 3rd bid. So they're definitely interested in trying to get that deal done. And obviously the deadline's a little bit later in Scotland, so there's still time for that to go through.
Nice one. Thank you to the Man Mountain. What a ledge. Finley says, should have gave Barnsley Matos on loan and cash for Cleary. I believe that was something considered and may have even been offered. Brand says, I've got to say, Jim, tonight has been absolutely top tier from you and the lads. Tonight must be the first deadline day that I haven't watched Sky Sports for 12 plus years. Thank you, mate. Chris says, I'll get Chris's comment out because I've started so I'll finish. Surely you're just hoping for the return of Jackie Longthrow, Jimmy. Come on, let's not be silly. Gaz. Whoa. Well, that's Jord messing around that because he wanted to get Gaz on screen eating something. Jamie Dumpling is waving. What we got, pal?
It's not United related. Well, it isn't. Louis Barry, a bit of an update for those that can remember him playing for us. I know it's a weird one. He's now gone back to Stockport on loan till the end of the season. So yeah, I think that summarises how bad some of these signings were at the start of the season.
Thank you, mate. Marco, have you got anything to say about that?
No, pal.
You might have missed it because Jamie Dumpling's just reported that Louis Barry might be returning to Stockport on loan.
He's having a laugh.
He has Stockport confirmed it. He has Stockport confirmed it.
All right, thank you, my mate. Thank you. Love this, says Pat Kent. Thank you, mate. Up the Ramble. Cooler King says, could have sworn I saw Peter Odemwingie walk past Dumpling in the car park. That's who it was. It weren't Sam McCallum. David says, Jimmy, is there enough in the Ramble budget to sponsor Calvin Phillips? No, there ain't enough to sponsor Patrick Bamford anymore, unfortunately, but we do. We will still continue to do that. Can we see clearly now? The rain has gone. No, we can't, unfortunately, Chris. I don't think we're signing him. My comment was in regard to Fowler having a bad day, and as of 8:02, it's got worse, and I was guessing maybe Cleary had gone. Deal sheet submitted for Adam Armstrong to Wolves, says Batman Lou. Nice. Danny Hall says, no news on a winger as of yet. Do you think we make the playoffs, says Free Shots. I'm going to ask all Blades individually. I want one word answer from you lads. Gaz Dunn, do we make the playoffs?
Yes.
Jod Motson?
No.
Baldwin Brilliantly?
No.
Polyman Mountain?
No.
That's 3 no's, 1 yes. Jamie Dumpling?
No.
Oh, my goodness me. What are you all like? You know we signed Calvin Phillips tonight, don't you? And with you, Gaz. My missus hopes that someone is taking a cup of tea and biscuit to Jamie, and she also jokes that maybe they'll take him a dumpling. Absolutely. He is a big fan of the dumplings. You'll have to let him know what the story is. Not true. Is he having a laugh? Adam's saying yes, they're still on. Is there a winger coming in, says Jake? Doesn't look like it. Those who said no, bet they're fun at parties. Yep. I can actually confirm, having been at a party with them, they are actually fun at parties. Mark Meldrew, being asked the question while you were dipping out again with your connection issues. One word answer, please. Will Sheffield United make the playoffs?
No.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, lads. Wow. Right. Okay. So I am now at the end of the comments. We have to work out what we're going to do from here because we are almost at the time when we're going to end the stream. But we've yet to hear from Joe Rothwell. Gaz is just about to tell me something. What you got, pal?
I've got no information, so let's keep this going. This is
Keep
it
going, man.
Yeah,
keep it going. Yeah, okay. It's easy for him to say when there's no comments to read and I'm on my own on stage, but, you know, it's one of them. Jord, how's your day been, pal?
Good, thank you. Nice early work finish. Preparing for Ramble.
What did you have for tea? Don't pretend you'll prepare for Ramble.
Oh,
I know what you're like. What did you
You're
have for
about
tea?
professional as ever, mate.
What did
I
you have
spent
for tea?
5 hours trying to tie a tie.
Thank you to Mark Meldrew for finally getting him over the line.
Correct. But for tea, anyway, I had lasagna and garlic bread.
Do you know what, mate? I had exactly the same. A few chips as well.
Oh, I weren't. We're not that privileged in this house. I have to settle for just garlic bread with it.
All right, fair enough. Well,
future though, it's the future.
It is the future. Thank you, mate. Right, we've got some more comments to get to. Any more? Lee, were you waving at me then? No. Okay, just showing me your shorts. Let's have a look. Max says, honestly, don't know how to feel about this window. It's a strange one, isn't it? It's been a strange one. Playoffs are on. Not even a question, says Bisto Brett. I wonder, does he actually feel that way? I don't know. I hope so. How's the chant go? Promotion is so, don't know, overrated. I'm not sure. What do you think we will do with all our midfield depth? I'm interested to see if Samari stays. I mean, I think he probably does. But who have we got in centre midfield now? With everybody fit, which never happens at Sheffield United, but we've got Ollie Arblaster, Sidney Peck, Tom Davis, Jairo Riedeveld, Jibril Samari, Calvin Phillips, Matos still, it looks like he's on his way out, but also it looks like Rothwell's coming in. That would be 7 for 2 spots. Makes no sense. No sense. Gaza says, got to make up 11 points on Wrexham or 14 on Millwall. We're not catching Millwall, by the way. Millwall are a very good team. I think the top 5 stay as they are. I think it's only the place number 6 that's up for grabs, personally. How much could this window affect our summer, says Jack? It could significantly, to be honest. Ray says, Rothwell imminent. Trusty word. Hi, Jim, says Sean. Hi, Sean. Cal Fowler's just tweeted, didn't think it was possible, but this day has been topped. Will the Plug says, guarantee the second you end, 2 come in. That's the problem, innit? That's always the problem. We're on a knife edge with it. Jamie Dumpling, don't know if I can. What's going on here? Cooler King says, you want to have a word with your roving reporters? It's still on, but it's going to have to go perfectly from now until May. Today's a very good start. Love that. Love that. Jim, we need to find out what's up with Fowler. My heart says yes to playoffs, but head says not possible. I know, heart versus head, isn't it? The Bing says, great show tonight. Up the Blades. Up the Ramble. Thank you, mate. Rich says, playoffs is a yes from me. Ray says, yes, we make the playoffs. They're my boys. They're my boys. James says, great show. Of course we can do the playoffs. Do you think we get the playoffs? Yeah, why not? Why not? Absolutely brilliant. Jimmy says, Sean Morrison, one of our Platinum Ramblers. Big shout out to the rest of the lads. Give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you, mate. I'm playing it safe and keeping it calm. Top 2 is my bet, says Brett. Unbelievable. Got to be a 4 or 5 in the middle of the park. Maybe return to the 3-5-2. Danielle said they hoped for a winger earlier, but he hasn't heard anything on that front recently. Would say Rothwell and done now. Solid window in the end. A winger would have been a great window. Love the tie, Jimmy, says Steve. Just joined about 2 hours late and watching from the start. Bringing the eldest to the match tomorrow night. Might pop by and say hello at Triple Point. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Come on, you red and white wizards. Thank you, mate. Peake says, yes, we make the playoffs. We'll be right in the mix. Whose idea was it to wear yellow ties? Genius. I do come up with some good ideas every now and again, Dave. Playoffs are yes, says Jackson. And this show has been amazing. While I'm doing some more boring work, like and subscribe. Jim, who do you think our best signing has been this season? I can't decide. I mean, Tanganga's in the conversation, but because he came for such a big fee, I think you've got to go between Patrick Bamford and Jairo Riedeveld. We can't say Calvin Phillips yet because it's not been proven. He's just coming in with a big reputation and we're all excited about it. It's between Bamford and Jairo for me, and you could make a really strong argument for either. If Phillips can rediscover his form, he's a level above the rest of them, says Aid. Absolutely right he is. Thought Chris has said we'd a bloated squad. Who's leaving? I know. Oh, there's a photo been put in the Platinum chat. Oh. All right, okay. Kickboxing Blade says playoffs are definitely on now. Win tomorrow and we're 8 points off. 5 home games in the next 7. 4 in the next 5 as well. David Rhodes says, I thought we would have had the new signing of Mrs. Ramble on tonight. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. from the other Dave Rhodes. Yeah, thank you, mate. Rammerman says, what's happening with the left back from Utrecht? Gaz, any news?
Yeah, he's on the plane now. Hold on.
I'm glad he didn't swear. He could have been very tempted to swear at me then. Jamie Dumpling, any news? Oh, I wish you could see the frozen screen that I've got of him. Hang on.
No, it's frozen because when I go through my phone, I can leave it on in the background. But I'm still going through things. Also, I'm having to turn my phone off because if I leave this on, the battery isn't going up. It's just staying the same.
Okay. Any news, mate?
No.
Okay. Thank you. Keza says, seen Rob starting an X, has hinted in a reply to someone that Rothwell deal is done. Yeah, we're very much of that impression. I think that will be the end of the stream as and when we confirm Rothwell, because I don't think there'll be any more business. Sadie says, tonight has been brilliant, Jimmy and the lads. Keep right on. Thank you, Sadie. Great show, Jimmy. You and all the team are on top form. Mon chapeau to all the Ramblers, says Craig. Thank you, my mate. Nate says, what's the window close for teams abroad interested in Hamer? Not sure, actually. It's a good shout. Do we need Rothwell, wary of signing too many has-beens? Interesting. I think we're just going to play a 2-7-1, aren't we? Yeah, I think we probably could. Hi, Jimmy. First time text, says Sean. Thank you, mate. What's going on with this Rothwell deal? Been rumoured all day. Great show, Sean. I think it happens, if I'm honest. That's the vibe a lot of us are getting. GS Reselling says, just been at Bramall Lane. Stuart Dallas, Alioski and Jack Harrison all signing. Top signing Phillips if Wilder can get a tune. Tom Davis and Ben Godfrey equals Calvin Phillips. Discuss. I don't get it. The stream has been class, says Keza. Thank you. Dave Moore with a £20 super chat. Thank you, my mate. Says, yes, we do. Fred says, another award incoming, Jimmy. Told the wife I'd be watching for 10 minutes at 7 p.m. She's given up and gone to the bath. Sorry, mate. Sorry. Would you still sell Andrea Brooks for 2 million, Jimmy? I never said that. You'll find me the evidence. Tom D, made of paper. Gyro feels like another potential Tom D. Why does he? Samari not good enough. Blaster not firing. Leaves Peck. So I understand 2 more midfielders. Hopefully one clicks and one stays fit. Harsh that, Skyblade. Oh, Wayno. Harsh that. Kimberly says, really enjoying this deadline day watch, Jimmy. Blind Sky Sports any day. Sat with all the family and a few drinkies, expect no less. Absolutely right. Dave Rhodes says, quality show as usual, Jimmy. Dumpling needs a pay rise, bless him. Lots of love. The original Dave Rhodes. Love that, Rhodesy lad. Great to see you back involved. Speaking of the dumpling, what we got?
So just an update from Danny Hall regarding Joe Rothwell. He's tweeted out, hearing that United is still optimistic about typing up a deal for Joe Rothwell after signing Calvin Phillips earlier. So he's literally just, it'll either be the people in social media team making a video or its final details, whatever it is. But if it's still not signed for whatever reason, despite the fact it's this close, we've got half an hour to go, so I don't know how long I'm going to be sat here for, and then I've got an hour's drive back to Retford, so yippee.
Your commitment is incredible, mate. Thank you for everything you've done today. G'day from Brisbane, says Kev. Can't see that we've lost any of our young stars, so that's good. Yeah, agreed. I'm sat at work watching this, says Jack. Love getting paid to watch. Love that. Hit the like button for this amazing stream, folks. Thank you, Bri. Jay says, as a Huddersfield fan, I think Phillips will be a good player for you and hasn't had enough game time at Man City. Matos to Rotherham, says Dave. That's the rumour. Obsessed with the centre-back in the summer and now centre midfielders in January, says Jack. Tracy Mack, Ollie's sister, says, just waiting for the paperwork apparently for Rothwell, but heard it's done. JT says, as a Huddersfield fan, I think Phillips is a great loan signing and didn't get enough time at Man City. It's so nice you said it twice. Thank you, mate. Gyro's played more minutes than Davis. Absolutely right. Derby County announcement. Not 1, not 2, but 3 left-backs signed from an unknown Dutch team you've definitely never heard of because 1 wasn't enough. Derby County triple threat left-back FC. Love that. I think he's come from Utrecht. I'm not entirely sure. What we got, lads? Anything happening in and around? We're going to go around the grounds. We're going to speak to our roving reporters. Let's have a look. Gaz Dunn, what have we got in the world of Wrexham, Ipswich and Pompey? Do you think you're done for the evening?
Yeah, so I think we're done, but just an update on the deal for Jacob Brown. It's actually a loan deal from Luton, not a $2.5 million like was previously reported. So yeah, loan deal. But other than that, I'm still waiting for that Cadamartra deal at Wrexham. There's still a chance that could get over the line. I think
it's not completed yet.
There's no confirmation that that's a completed deal yet.
George reported on a goodbye message from Cadamartra.
Yes. So the goodbye message is there. He has left Sheffield Wednesday. That's confirmed. But there is no confirmation from Wrexham that he has signed for Wrexham as of yet. It's not officially over the line.
Surely it's done because they won't be letting him go for no. So anyway, nice one, Gaz. The busiest of all our reporters tonight. And I may come back to you again. Thank you, pal. Okay. Cheers, buddy. Sorry I cut you off there. Geordie boy, any news?
I think Millwall and Coventry are all done. They'll not be making any more deals. There's no reports on any deal sheets that's gone in from them. There's just a report that there's 2 deal sheets gone in from Oxford. I believe that's the striker from Millwall, and the left back that I mentioned from Ruskev from Huddersfield. I believe that'll be them too. And Sheffield United have just posted some at Jim, so I don't know if you want to go to it, but that's the 2 deals that I think I'm waiting on, and that will be the end of the night for me.
Thank you, mate. 2 minutes then. Going back live to our roaming reporter, Jamie Dumpling. Can you see anything, pal? Because if you can't, I can help you out.
Have one more. Take me off camera. Bring me back in 2 minutes.
Oh, all right then. Is that how it's done, is it? Oh, Gaz done, furiously waving. What we got, pal?
Yeah. So it's one out of Pompey this time, so they can there's been a mutual agreement that Tom McIntyre has left the club. Mutually agreed. Right. So not sure where Tommy's off to.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Thank you, my mate. Thank you for that. Jamie Dumpling, I'm coming to you anyway, even though you're not oh no, I'm not, because I can see he's trying to set up, bless him. I want to get it right. Mark Meldrew, what we got, pal?
So, further news coming out of Preston. It's just been announced that midfielder Mads Frankiar Jensen has completed a permanent move to Danish Super League side Brøndby IF for an undisclosed fee. He made 107 appearances in a 2.5-year period for the Lily Whites.
Nice. Just a final roundup from. Gaz waving again. What we got, pal?
Yeah, no, Wrexham are firing out 33 seconds ago on their Twitter account. So Morph Bahel has also joined Harry Ashfield at Cheltenham Town. So another out at Wrexham. So
right,
are they bringing some more people in?
Their Twitter account's finally woken up. You might get Bailey Cadamartra confirmed. Right, good stuff. Thank you, my mate. Going live back to Shirecliffe. It's Jamie Dumpling. How's it going, pal?
Yeah, that looks like it could be the final signing for this transfer window. It sounds like they won't be doing another one because with them saying have one more, it's sort of a thing of this is it, this is your last bit. But yeah, it's a video showing Joe Rothwell in the United shirt. Joe Rothwell, welcome to Sheffield United.
What is the deal, mate? Does it tell you any details on it?
They've not put that part out yet. They've just put basically the video of just showing him there. Let me see if there is anything on the website. Here we go. On the website, Joe is the last through the lane doors. Yeah, that is confirmation now that Joe Rothwell will be the final signing of the January transfer window. So no Wenger coming in like potentially speculated. It is on an 18-month deal, permanent position. Let's have a look, see if there is anything. No. Yeah, nothing about a fee. So I really don't know.
It's an undisclosed fee. So Rangers have tweeted it out. It says we can confirm today Joe Rothwell has joined Sheffield United on a permanent deal for an undisclosed fee.
Interesting.
Wow. Okay, right, lads. I think it's time to bring everybody back in. Everybody back to the table. Right. Okay, there's a couple of things I want to do. First, before I get everybody's reaction, I've just got to get through some comments. Kimberly says, loving the Deadline Day Watch, Jimmy. Sat with my dad, a.k.a. R. Pete. That's Pete Rogers, Kim. And roped my mum and the kids in too. Lads have been fantastic. As always, blind Sky Sports any day. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Shout out to Kim and all the Rogers clan. Love them. Thank you. Top Ramblers, a lot of them. The best ability is availability, says Wayne. Aid's become a Rambler. Thank you very much, pal. Aid, the Leeds fan. Love that. Danny Hall reporting Blades are still optimistic about. I think they should be very optimistic about signing Joe Rothwell. Ryan Hardy's joined League One Huddersfield. We've got that. Claire says, see you tomorrow. Fantastic stream tonight. Thank you. Footy Social Club predicts. Shout out to Christian and the team. This is brilliant. Congrats to the Blades Ramble for Transfer Deadline Day show. Thank you, my mate. And then Susan said, hi, Jimmy. Really enjoyed this show. Well done, all the talented roving reporters. Let's have a look. Classic, you lot are mega. Incredible stream. You've all outdone yourselves, says Tom Not From. Brilliant. What a journey. Just say you're welcome to Jordan for me, Jim. There you go. Says Tom. There you go. Lads, firstly, thank you so much for everything you've done tonight. I include Dave the Nose and Batman Lou in that as well, who had to nip off early. Man Mountain going down to London for his true commitment. Jamie Dumpling at Shirecliff, absolutely incredible. What do we make to, as Blades, what do we make to United's business this window? Anybody that wants to jump in can do.
Can I?
Go for it, mate. Go for it.
You can tell just from the off, it's immediately better than the previous transfer window. We've got actual quality that is proven at this league and the league above, where we've got deals done. Calvin Phillips is an unbelievable signing, and it shows patience is key. If we'd gone out and got all the players, rushed it, then we don't get Calvin Phillips. So well done to whoever it were, wild at the board, whatever. Well done on that signing. It may not affect our season, but they're at least giving us an enjoyable end to it.
Mr. Mountain, what we're saying?
Dunny's absolutely killed me here. Well, everyone's on centre hooks waiting for Rothwell, and he's like, Michael McIntyre's left Portsmouth.
You're going to report all the news. Everyone's entitled
Too
to
right,
their
Gaz.
line.
That's what we're here for, Gaz.
Yes, report the news.
Rothwell. Some blokes left Portsmouth we never heard of. I loved it, mate. I love that.
Hey, Pompey fans care.
Commitment.
They do care.
Yeah.
They've probably been joining us tonight. Gaz, what do you make to the window, pal?
Yeah, I think it's a good window in it. You can't deny that. Phillips, let's be honest, nobody would have even mentioned that name 24 hours ago. Let's be honest.
Incredible.
How we've pulled that one off is unbelievable. That is somebody who is Premier League class.
Game changer, isn't it? Potentially.
Apparently, I read that he trained with it up to early this afternoon. Yeah, this morning, and then it's happened this afternoon.
What's your thoughts, Marco?
Levels us up, doesn't it? If he stays fit, fantastic signing. That is key. But if we can do something similar to what we did with Gyro and Bamford in terms of fitness, I think he'll be a fantastic player for us.
John Motson?
Yeah, I heard that Calvin Phillips were actually in at 8 o'clock this morning doing a medical. So it was sorted last night and very early today that we're all done. So it's that obviously
all right,
that's what we got it announced early enough, didn't we? Just on time with deadline. But it's a great signing. Who was saying something there?
Mark, who do you think? Mark Meldrew?
Oh, I'm not listening to him. Kick him off. Mute him off. I mean, he's been disappearing all night anyway.
He's not been on for half at stream. I've got to keep him on when he's
been disappearing all night anyway. No, but it's a good signing. It levels us up in that midfield, and you know, Tom Davis is obviously injured. Samari, I'm a bit unsure about anyway. Still, he's a bit hit and miss. And if we can get Calvin Phillips playing at side of City Peck, or you know, filling in when Gyro ain't playing, we've got a good rotation there. So it's definitely a better end to window than it were a couple of days ago. And like Jamie said, patience pays off, doesn't it? And look at signing that we've made.
Not half.
By the way.
Go on.
Sorry, Lee. What were you saying?
So it weren't me. I think it was Jamie.
No. Ian,
yeah, I was just going to say, I'm fuming with this iPad. Went flat after 5 minutes. Yeah, it's been stuck at 25% now after charging it up for the last half hour. So apologies, Lee.
That's all right, mate. That's all right. Lee, what we got, pal? What are you thinking?
I think it's been good. I mean, not only have we added a good ability, it's experience in it. We've added a lot of experience too, especially in midfield to where we were very young. So yeah, it's been a good window. And I'll include Bamford in that. You know, signing him on for 18 months.
There's so much to sort of dissect out of that. Obviously, the majority of we don't know about Helder, to be fair, because when we haven't touched on him much because he signed before we came on stream. We don't know whether he's signed in time to be involved tomorrow in the squad at all, because as long as he was signed before 12, he could be involved. That doesn't mean he will. He was announced this afternoon. We know that Phillips and Rothwell haven't signed in time to be involved at Oxford, so there's a bit of time to digest these signings. I just think it's fantastic work. It does leave us with an incredibly bloated squad, but again, there's a lot to digest. Michael says, "What a brilliant team! Well done, guys! Up the Blades, up the Ramble, like and subscribe." Not being funny, but while they didn't say we had too many bodies in, absolutely brilliant. All of you, says Scott. Pete Nelson has become a Rambler. Thank you, pal. Brilliant. What a journey. I've been watching on the Blades since, well, a long time, I think. Doug says, I hope that wasn't your last thing that you've ever done. Doug says, thank you each and every one of you. What a brilliant stream. Up the Blades. Great show. First one I've made alive for a while. Amazing show, lad, says Dave. Thank you, mate. Merkin spotted in Derby. Oh, that's an interesting one. We might follow that one. Super job, lads. Well done, says Papa Blade. Great laugh. Good end to the window. Let's hope not. It's not 4 weeks too late. He turned down Forest and he wanted to return to Yorkshire. Is that Calvin Phillips? Interesting. Turned down Forest. I would love it if that's true. Charlie says, definitely some new culture carriers in that dressing room now. Yes. Brilliant stream, Jimmy and the lads. Up the Blades, up the Ramble. Well said, Charlie. That's absolutely right. Can we have a whip round to get Bald and Brilliantly a shirt? Get a Bald and Brilliant shirt. I'll get Bald and Brilliant a shirt. I like his shirt as it is, to be fair. Is Mountain taking the misses? No, that's Bri. That's disgraceful. Fred says, if only CW had been left alone to do these deals in the summer. Any truth in Jamie Dumpling being signed to ESPN Australia?
I wish. You'd never see me again, put it that way.
You'll never see me again. Extreme Dave says, this has been a surprisingly professional ramble. Surprisingly professional for a ramble. There you go. I've messed that up, so that's scuppered the whole thing. Jokes aside, thank you, lads, for keeping us all so well informed. It's been a great watch. Didn't expect us to have such a successful window. What a stream, gents. Phillips, could this season be any more bizarre, says Mugger. No, it couldn't.
Yes, it can.
It can. Thank you to all for this evening's entertainment. Dumpling and Mountain, safe travels home. I think Mountain might be all right. But yeah, Dumpling, safe travels home. Todd says he had offers from Walsham, Forest Gym, but wanted Yorkshire. Sunderland 2-0 up, says Mr. V. Joined the Ramble at the perfect time, says Alaskan Blade. Fabulous stream. Yes, thank you for joining. That is one of our latest Ramblers. So thank you for joining us. Lads, thank you so much for tonight. I have really enjoyed it. It's gone better than I even thought it might. So, and it don't work without any of you. So, yeah, love that, lads. Any final thoughts before I let you all go?
Yeah, Derby have signed a left back.
Oh, have they? Derby have signed a left back. What were you saying, Paul?
I just want to explain myself about saying no to the promotion or the playoffs. I'm just worried that we've left it too late, if you know what I mean, for that kind of run. I think we're all holding out because I don't want this to spark another discussion, but in normal circumstances we won't even be anywhere near it. But because of the way the league's gone and there's been no 6-team sort of run away from everybody else, I just think there's going to be a couple of sides that are going to get on the straps now, and it's going to be difficult to catch them. Even if we go on a big unbeaten run, I think we should just manage our expectations a bit.
Agreed. Jamie, can I just say, baby, if you've got to go away, don't think I can take the pain.
The phone's about to go flat, so I need to drop off it. This is my final stream before Australia, so thank you very much, everyone, and enjoy the match tomorrow, where I'm not going to be, unfortunately.
Jamie, thank you so much, mate. Do not be a stranger. You're always welcome. You're still going to be a part of everything that we do anyway, but you can come on any stream you like. But I think on that note, you can be the man to sign us out tonight. So over to Jamie Dumpling to see us all off.
Come on, you red and white wizards.
Up the Blade!
Up the Blade!